BetOnline is your number one source for NBA Finals and Stanley Cup Finals this season. Every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads while the games are being played. When the game's over, head on over to an online casino and get on the game of blackjack or poker or unwind with one of our over 150 slot games. Fam, that slot games make sense because you go to Vegas, think about how many different slots you see. Buffalo, what's the other one? Wheel of Fortune, crazy number of slots. Head to the website today to get in on the action. Use promo code BLEAV. Is it all caps?
All caps. I don't think it matters.
Okay, it may not matter, but on the ad, it's written all caps. So believe, BLEAV, all caps. Try that first. If not, maybe all lowercase for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online. The game starts here.
Bet responsibly. Yo, Stick This Podcast, episode 362. George, Greg, Andy back in the building, in the studio. Got to get this podcast going today. Appreciate everybody who likes, subscribe, share this podcast. Appreciate the Believe platform for letting us give us the opportunity to do this ridiculous podcast every single week on their platform. Today we are doing top 10. Now, George, I hope you saw this when I sent it and paid attention to this, okay?
Probably not.
Because me and Andy had a separate dialogue of like trying to guess what George may do with this list.
You said top 10 MLB logos.
Okay.
To me.
Emphasis on
MLB. Now, don't come in here with no AA, no AAA.
Oh, no, I didn't do that.
Okay.
I didn't do Negro Leagues.
No
either.
Negro Leagues.
I thought about it, but then we had to go back and read.
I know you did. I
No,
know.
don't do that.
Okay,
You thought about it too. Don't do that.
No, I didn't.
Okay, hold on a second. Logos could be not like anything that's been on the hat, jersey, whatever, right? Or is it you talking about only the main logo of the team?
I mean, I use some alternate logos because those count.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, because apparently two of the ones I used, I thought were a main logo at one point, but was only on a hat. So
I did too.
Okay.
There's one that I thought was like, wait a minute, they don't consider this the logo of the team? And
I'm just making sure.
Well, some of mine are like alt logos because they just did a different patch.
yeah, I got those too.
Okay.
Because I got an alt logo for like my number 4, and it maybe should be a higher. Honestly, one of my logos, I was like, this joint may be underrated.
I didn't know how to rank them, to be honest.
I really didn't.
I don't
either.
have them in order. I mean,
of course you don't. Can you put some numbers next to them or something?
you just said the same thing basically I said in a different
But we
manner.
did it.
I said I ordered them. I didn't know how, but I ordered them.
So you didn't know how to order them. Basically means the same thing I said.
Yeah, but I wouldn't give it my best shot.
No, I have 1 through 10. But
Okay.
Okay.
Fam, are you okay?
When you say you
Yeah.
didn't order them, that means that you just gonna read these joints off and we do what we feel like.
No, well, they're 1 through 10, but that's not necessarily how I feel they are, is what I'm telling you.
Okay, well that's how they're gonna go on the screen.
I mean, sure, that's fine.
Like I said, appreciate everybody like, subscribe, share this podcast. Andy, got any pickups this week? Well, hold on for a second. Did you unds those zebras?
No, I've had them.
I forgot the zebras were gonna restock today because I don't have a pair at all, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and buy the zebras today. I wasn't paying attention; they sold out.
Did they? Well,
Yeah.
Did you check the outlets yet?
Not
I
yet.
mean, sold out at regular price, at retail?
No,
Yeah.
they're half off, aren't they?
At retail, no, retail on the Adidas site.
Oh, well, you
Yeah.
should check the outlets probably.
I will be soon because I know when they're coming to the Arizona
People are
ones.
still paying $250 or whatever for those?
Yeah, Adidas just dropped a bunch of Yeezys in the last few days. They just been dropping them.
Stuff that they remade or they had left
No,
over?
this is stock. old
Leftover,
stock.
supposedly. They're at outlets and stuff now.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I saw that outlet video, but it wasn't like stuff like that. It was like the
there was a couple 350s in
was the-
Pennsylvania and stuff like that.
the one I saw was in Europe or something.
Yeah, that was
Or
in
Japan, maybe.
Dubai or somewhere.
Oh,
the
Dubai.
first
That's
one.
what it was. Yeah, but it wasn't like 350s. It was like the stuff that came out way after
It
that
was
people
like
don't really care about.
700s.
There's some
and-
of those 350 compacts.
Yeah, it was some of those.
But I
and
did
whatnot.
see
Man,
like
they look fake.
some other ones that were they did have some like 350s, but not like the core ones.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
some random
And it had
ones.
no like alternate belugas
Yeah.
or whatever those joints, reverse belugas or whatever them joints was called.
No, I think this is the third time I've worn
The
them. maybe.
third time. Oh, okay.
I put them on because I was like, that video's been trending lately where the dude, traded like 6 pairs of shoes and cash for them, and like everyone's been posting that. I was like, that was wild times. Like, I remember
That store went out of business, didn't it?
when he had sold every table that year. It was just zebras,
Zebras, man.
like for what, like a rack or like something like that.
God, zebras, and I mean, we'll talk about it with the outlet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But man, boy, Yeezy, it may be the greatest fall off of all time of
Yeah.
anything. Like, we'll talk about it. Anyway, any pickups this week?
Just
Oh,
what
actually,
came
you
in
know,
the
we'll go
box.
to you last. Yeah, so we'll open
Okay.
those up. George, any pickups this week?
He's gonna say the same thing I am.
Nothing.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, you got something in the car, but
I mean,
you know.
the box came.
Yeah. For me personally, I bought those Salehi Bimberry Junipers, the shoe thing. We'll see. I am bothered by the fact that them joints did worth $25 shipping, and it said it takes 3 to 4 weeks to get them joints. Like, I don't know what the $25 is for if them joints ain't coming in the next 2 to 3 days. Like, honestly.
I mean, when they ship them, it'll come in 2 days.
Yeah, I remember when $25 used to be next day air.
It should be.
That's what next day air. Next day air must be like $80 now or something, $100.
I mean, that's like, where'd you get them from? His site or New Balance?
I forgot what the site is called. I never heard of it, but I don't think it was even his. So they were supposed to come out on Crocs the day after, but I don't know if they ever came out on Crocs. So who knows?
Because like Union charges like a $25 flat rate
Yeah,
on
which is
everything,
ridiculous.
which is crazy because it's like you're shipping from like they don't use like a zip code shipping. Like
Yeah.
it's like, okay, it shouldn't cost me the same as someone in New York to get something from Union.
Exactly. Like if it was like 25 to us and like 45, like it doesn't make any sense.
It should be
it's
like
the same-
15 to us, if that. I mean, me and George ship all the time. We know how much shipping should cost. Like,
Yeah.
they're using that as like a handling fee,
yeah.
warehouse fees, like stuff like that.
That's 100% what they're
Like
doing.
George said earlier, like it's shipping from the factory. They're charging you the factory shipping price and then shipping it again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so.
I
I
mean, obviously, Andy's gonna open them up. But I got those Juniper Croc Salehi shoes, laces, whatever you want to call them. And then our box came in. We all got the same thing pretty much. Andy got the Bookers instead, but so anyways, but
All right, well, first on the list, I'm glad these actually showed up.
I am too.
Like, it's been so long. Like, actually have a pair finally. Like, I remember I wanted these so bad in 2012, 13?
Something like that.
Yeah.
13. 12? I don't know.
These are all sticky, and I don't know why,
It was
but
supposed to be.
on the bottom,
Yeah, the bottom was
Okay.
always like that.
it's been a while since I've held a KD4, so. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. I might
Hold
play
on.
basketball.
What's your first initial thoughts with these?
I mean, it's not. It just style has changed. I wouldn't like walk around with these anymore.
Okay.
But as someone that still plays basketball a lot,
Yeah.
I'm fine throwing these on and playing basketball.
You know what's crazy is, I mean, I've talked about it 1,000 times on this podcast about those. One of my regrets selling, whatever, how me and George got them, the story, all of that. And when I opened the box, I went, these are ugly.
Wait, what? What was the last part you
When
said?
I opened the box and I opened up and I went, boy, these things are ugly. They did not age well. The shoe is fire.
Yeah.
It's the colorway.
I'm not gonna say they didn't age well. Sneakers were different when
Yeah.
those came out.
But
Fam, they made a
I-
stoplight back, fam.
For wearing on the court though, like this is perfect. Like it doesn't matter. Like now, like I mean, you know how it is. It's like that in the NBA and the rec leagues and all that stuff. You just throw what it doesn't have to match your jersey.
Oh, yeah.
You just
Whatever
throw whatever
those-
shoe. If as long as it's loud, like
Oh, yeah.
it looks good to me.
Oh, you talking about what NBA players wear these days?
Well, yeah, but that's the same in
anybody.
like AAU.
I thought you were
or-
talking about the like style of shoe because obviously
No,
that
no,
like
no.
lowish mid is
No,
it's
just
been
like
in for a
colors.
while.
Yeah.
Color
I was
wise.
gonna say that. What's that? The one that's not a PE that we always talk about.
Have you
It's,
looked at those
like
yet?
on about like Model 4 or so by now. Whatever the most recent one is fire.
Oh,
I
the
don't know
GT
if the,
cuts?
Yeah, the cut low or whatever. Whatever the.
yeah.
I don't know if one just leaked or what. Them joints are fire. And that post when you was making fun of whoever posted those, I'm assuming those are military blues.
Yeah.
They look fire in that pic. Now I know that had nothing to do with what the post was or what you were saying back to them.
Fam, them cats, like, now that the dust is settled. Fam.
Fam, they look fire in that pic.
I
I
wanna
was
know-
like, I really don't want them. And then I saw that pic, I was like,
Have you seen them in person yet?
I have not.
Okay. Look at them. Look at them.
Well, back to the KD really quick. Out of all of them, the one I wanted the most was probably between the Nerf and the Galaxy. Like those are the two ones I've.
You didn't get the
Weatherman was at
Galaxy,
third.
right?
Huh?
None of us got the Galaxy when they
Nah.
were retro. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but the
We tried. We
Nerf,
ordered.
Nerf or Galaxy were what? Because those are a little more subtle. Those are obviously very loud, but like
Yeah.
the Nerf and Galaxy, I still think look good.
Galaxy. I mean, I the one's bright silver, one's bright green, the other is bright purple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like those were probably arguably the three. Well, they were the three most sought after colorways in the KDs.
Yeah.
would I consider those in the top 5 of them? I don't know, maybe. Like, I never cared for the Nerf as much as everybody else. Like, I think just back then it was just the idea of the Nerf basketball hoop and wanting. So, but shoot, we got Weathermans, and that was what, Mark's store? Somebody had posted in the comments like, "Yo, Mark, Foot Locker still hated." Remember Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, that like.
I mean, that's where there was only one House of Hoops at that point, so that's where we had to camp out at.
Now, do these look different to you?
Well, I think the color is different.
Yeah, it is
that what you're talking about? Or
they're darker, right?
Okay, I thought I was tripping. Now,
Yeah, it looks
I haven't
almost
really
like gray.
focused
Well,
online
they're
and looked
definitely
at the
not
picture.
like super white.
Yeah, okay. I thought I was tripping, and I didn't look at any pictures online or any comparison videos or anything like that.
The color on the box doesn't say military blue, does it?
It does.
Well, it's called Legend Blue now.
No, it says off-white military blue.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Oh, off-white.
Huh.
Dang, you got off-whites.
I mean,
We all got them.
They're just going to go in the closet and probably sit there. So
Clearly, this right here
Yeah.
is going to crack. I mean, we just already know how fours go, but I mean,
know.
these are fire.
yeah, I still like them.
I mean,
It's a 4. You can't go wrong with it.
now listen, what you call it? What's his name? Giancarlo Esposito doing that thing. You thought it was corny. It was kind of funny
Doing what?
when he was doing the what's the Spike Lee movie?
Oh,
Do
man,
the
come
Right
on.
Thing?
That was corny.
Now, that's what I'm saying. You said it was corny. If
I understood it was
would've-
corny.
If they would have had 2 cameras to where the camera didn't have to pan back and forth, I understand. Like, they're trying to recreate the movie or whatever, I guess. And I don't remember the scene, like, image for image. I'm pretty sure they had multiple cameras filming the movie. I don't think the movie cameraman panned back and forth. It just made it seem dumber. Like, if they would have made it look more professional, I don't think it would have been as corny.
Your audience for that is between the
Clearly,
ages
like
of
he has
40
He's
and-
probably in he's probably in his 60s, and no, I think the audience is for like. I understand what they think the audience is for, but I think it's for kids because we
kids
ain't.
have no idea what movie that's from.
I know, but we ain't
okay.
on social media really like that. You don't make those kind of videos. I don't make those kind of videos. The only
Oh,
one who
gotcha.
does is Rico, and I don't even know if he makes them anymore.
I don't even know. Rico only posts Amber online now, so that's all he
Oh,
posts.
I don't
now.
see anything on
And
social media.
sad Mets posts.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not talking about Twitter, but remember he used. I never had TikTok, but didn't he make TikTok videos or Instagram or
I've
something?
never been. I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe.
He was doing ads for a while.
Yeah.
You sent me some that he did.
He was doing YouTube too. I don't know.
Oh, maybe it was YouTube short or something.
He was doing some. Who knows?
I
He was creating content.
thought Rico
Yeah.
did the thing where he threw the shoe up and then like landed on his foot or something.
No, I definitely don't.
I think he
remember
did
Rico.
something like that.
I don't think he threw the two in there and his fit came on his body magically or something like that.
I think he did that.
I don't know.
But
I'm not
anyways,
even gonna
like,
put that on him. No, I don't know.
that's the type of videos I'm saying though. I thought he did something like that. Anyways,
When Rico hear that part, he gonna be like, "No, I did not." He gonna let it be known.
He's gonna send like what videos he did.
He's gonna be in a frenzy.
but what my point is, like, that's not. I understand what you're saying that the kids don't know what that's from.
Yeah.
But also, adults really ain't checking for videos. At least I'm not checking for videos.
Sneakerhead
like that.
adults are.
It's possible. I don't know.
I don't know. I like them. They're fine.
Well, he's not even known really for that role anymore because he did so much after that.
Yeah,
like,
he's known for
known
Breaking
for
Bad.
like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They aight. I ain't mad at them.
Watch in like 2 years, they'll be like $500. They'll be like, what the hell?
Yeah. Because I seen
No.
Black Cats for 1,000. I was like, all right.
So I already had these, and I
Thought
sent
they
them back to
re-released.
Nike.
Did they re-release or no?
Nah. Now those suck.
These will also just be a basketball shoe for me.
The shoe is fire.
Yeah.
But that colorway, I wish the snake was. I wish it was the other way around. Snake with a white swoosh. But it's fine. Everybody.
There should have been like more grays throughout here or something. Or
Yeah,
tans
I mean,
or...
I do feel like that. Like, if you got a signature sneaker and you're fortunate enough to have a ton of colorways, you gotta have a majority white somewhere in there, and that's fine. He didn't just do a black swoosh, although a black swoosh would have been fine. Like orange or a purple. I really just want some more Suns colorways. I want more Suns colorways, like all purple, all orange.
Well, they'll make it there, you know.
I think we'll be on book too. I mean, shoot, we already. Oh, Well, I ain't gonna say that. Yeah. So, anyways.
But yeah, I have to just buy them all. I have no choice.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm at, 3 now, 4. Actually, I got Blues, I got Havens, and then I got the hike one with all the Safari whatever on it. So,
I have all of them.
probably doubles of all of them.
I only got doubles of the Blues because I wanted a pair to hoop in and a pair to just put up. But I honestly like blues are one of my favorite colors.
The blue one's my favorite. Actually, you know what? In hand, the Haven, the black one is fire.
Yeah, it's
in
super
hand.
nice too. I like
if
that
you
one.
just picture wise, because even when we ordered, I didn't care for the the swoosh that much, but I didn't know it had like the horse head, and so I was like, oh, these joints are super fire.
Yeah, they're nice.
But the blue ones are probably my favorite.
Yeah.
But I freaking got like bacon grease on them or something. Like I've been trying to get that grease off the toe box. And it's gotten to the point to where now the blue is coming off. And I can't clean these no more. I can't even try anymore. I tried everything. I went on YouTube, dishwashing soap. I tried all the remedies, a face thing that like oil. I can't get it out. I'm like, whatever.
Have you tried adding Nike and Devin Booker on Twitter?
Yes. Yo, bro, Nike, hook me up. Cats are embarrassed. You know what? We'll go on for real.
All right, I got an unboxing for George here.
Oh, dang.
Oh, I remember this.
Well,
Dang, limited.
what happened was they sent me a bunch, like my order, and like the boxes were like crushed. So I bitched about it. And mind you, I don't work there anymore. This was the order I put in before I left. I don't work at McFarland anymore.
Yeah.
So I was emailing from my personal email address, and they were trying to give me like a $5 credit. And I started arguing with them, and they were like, no, we can't. They started spitting policy. As soon as I said, I'm a former employee, I'm sending these to upper management, I hope you know that they're seeing your customer service. Before I even got an email back, new order placed to my email for no charge.
Andy, I am glad you brought this up. Okay. Now, were you talking to somebody you know personally, or you just went through the trip? Okay. Now,
I emailed their customer service, and I showed them pictures. This is what happened. They tried to give me a $5 credit and then argued with me on policy.
So now I'm asking both of you this. Would you typically do that? Like, I'm gonna send this to management or even call customer service, or do you guys do that often or at all?
No.
Okay, I never do it. Ever do it. I usually try to just give sometimes them the benefit of that. I don't know. So funny you brought that up. I was at Tanger this weekend. I went to Abercrombie and Fitch, whatever, and I had some time to kill. And I was like, all right, let me go in here. I wanted to look for these Olympic T-shirts, the classic Atlanta, LA, Athens. They always got classic ones, but they're freaking expensive. I looked for them on sale. I go in there, and it had these other shirts, and I was like, okay, cool, 40% off. The price tag on the shirt said $59, and then I went to the register. I had 2 shirts. The total came out, and I was like, that just seems a little high. So I was like, whatever. I looked at the receipt, and the receipt said $69. So I was like, what? They charged me like the shirt tag says $59, receipt says $69. So I went to the back over there, all the shirts, $59, $59. Okay, cool. So now when I go to the counter, I can say, hey, I go to the counter. I said, hey, man, this shirt was $59. On the receipt, you said $69. This is what he does. He looks at it, he goes, I mean, I could return it if you want. And I go, well, no, I'm telling you that like all the shirts say $59, you charge me $69. This is typically where the person goes, oh, you know what, let me go check them. You're right, let me go ahead and give you the difference or do. He goes, I mean, you could return the shirt if you like or keep it. We're staring at each other. Like this young talk, and I'm like this. And he's like this. But you wanna, and I go, that's weird. I'm telling you. And he goes, look, sometimes the tags are wrong. And I go, that's not the. I said, no, what? Go ahead, put that back in bed bag. I got it. Don't worry about it. I never do this. I call the customer service number. I told them about that because I was stupid annoyed. And then like when I said, you know what? Go ahead, put it back. I got it. He just put it back and walked off. Didn't say like, sorry about that. Thank you. I wish I could. Didn't say a word.
Oh, there's no customer service anymore.
I called and I said, look, I did not like how this was handled. I didn't like blah, 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 blah. Man, they were like, oh my God, here's a 50% off coupon. And then we'll transition back $10 back to your thing. Oh my God. Handled perfectly. You know what I mean? And then they were like, oh, we're going to have a manager give you a call and have a discussion about it. And they didn't, but they sent me an email today like, oh, man, we haven't got back to you yet, but don't worry, a manager will be reaching out to you. And I was like, you know what? At this age in my life, I'm going to start doing that more. I used to let a lot of that stuff slide, young cats at the stores, things like that, like whatever, no big deal. I'm not playing like that no more. I'm calling your customer service now.
Oh, see,
hold on.
If I was in store, I would ask for a manager in store.
See, and here's the thing. I thought about it.
Okay, so now y'all understand what I'm talking about when I say these. You two specifically and Rico used to make fun of me when I'd be at the store talking about these geeks that work places being unprofessional in the store.
No.
Yes, it is.
What you were complaining about unprofessionalism was not the same thing. You said the dude went to you and said, "Oh, I'm straight," or you asked him something, he said, "I'm cool, or I'm straight," and you was like,
Fam,
"I'm straight."
That's not what.
That's
happened.
what we were talking
I
about.
remember that.
Yes, it
not what
was.
happened.
It was something that you thought you
that-
shouldn't. It was he was talking in a way you thought he shouldn't be talking at while he's at work. Wasn't cursing or nothing. It was like slang.
Yeah.
But you're not talking about cursing either.
I know that, but I'm talking about the demeanor, like
handling a situation.
Yes.
even if he couldn't do nothing
Yes,
about
the
it,
same
man,
thing.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something about you.
Let me call my manager really quick
Let me
up
see
here.
what I can do.
Yeah.
The best I can do is this. That's what I was expecting. And you know, he would be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, sir. You know what? I can't do anything about it. I don't know how." And here's the thing:
You talking
asking
about
for a manager in there.
You talking about like professional behavior? I'm talking about the same thing.
Yeah, but yours was different. You said
I'm not saying it's the same exact situation, but you can't be on one side on that one and be on the other side on the other one.
Too different.
No, it's not.
Because I went to him and said, "Yo, hey
It's-
man, y'all got any more shirts in the back?" He was like, "No, we ain't got no more blood." I wouldn't have been like, "Excuse me, sir." I wouldn't have did that. That's how he talked to you.
Wait, what?
You
What?
said you talked to the guy and asked him something, and he said something like,
No, I didn't even talk to him. I went to the register, and then he was like cleaning the register or something. But he said like, "Hey, yo, watch out real quick" or something like that. And then like whatever happened, he had to clean the register off. I guess it was like self checkout or whatever. So they
Yeah,
got to
it was-
wipe the register down. And just the interaction was not like a professional interaction. That you're at work, you're not on the street.
"Yeah, but see,
Just the same thing.
no,
You talking about young cats not understanding how to help customers.
I looked
How is
at
that different?
because I looked at that as he looked at you like, oh, he a cool cat, probably had on a hat, some J's, or like, I mean, watch out,
So he
homeboy.
did the same thing with you.
No, he didn't. He made me like I was stupid. I went to the counter like, "Hey man, you charged me more money for this shirt than what he goes."
I understand that, but-
he was like this. What you want me to do? You want me
No,
to
no.
return it? I'm like,
That's not the point I'm making. You say he looked at me like I might be a younger guy who would understand his like the way he's acting. So the sales associate did the same thing with you is what I'm
that's
saying.
not even close to the same thing.
What are you talking about?
Because one is like he's messing with your money. First
Yeah,
of all,
I
and
have an
it's like,
actual issue.
like it's a clear issue that they should be like, oh,
I
they should
understand,
have
but it still comes down to the behavior of the employee.
Yeah, but that one I wouldn't take that as like, excuse me, sir? Like, you're at work. Like, I wouldn't, no. That's not the same thing.
Young
Now,
people at work
No.
not having professional behavior.
No.
What? It's the same thing.
it's a different, if you
Two
went
different
to him,
situations,
if-
but same concept.
If you went to him and said, "Oh, can I use this register, this checkout?" I mean, hold on, okay. Then you go, "Hey," then that's a little different.
Buddy.
Same thing. It's different.
Oh,
It's
don't
different.
do that.
Either way, I expect it because typically when that's happened in the past, they go like, "Oh, shoot, we're gonna give you for the price it was." And now I'm thinking back of it. I remember one time I went to the store and Street Fighter 2 had just came out, and they accidentally put them all at $39. Right? Every single one was $39, even though it should have been $59. They went and looked. $39. They gave it to. Now they changed all them price tags back fast. They gave it to me for $39.
Oh, yeah,
the good old days.
I worked in retail for 15 years or whatever. Like, I was a manager. I had to handle these situations. If the price says that and it's y'all's fault, our fault for mismarking it or whatever, you have to honor that price.
Exactly. And I was like, there was like 15 shirts. They all said
Yeah.
59. And he looked at me like, well, what's up? Like, what you want? The money back or something? Like, what you want? I'll go, oh, you know what? Go put that in the bag. But I got it. Don't worry about it.
So in this situation, a little different because I actually know the management because I used to work there.
Right.
And I was screenshotting emails and sending it to my old boss. And she was like, I can't believe they said that to you. Like
Oh,
a
yeah.
$5 discount? Like, or...
Oh, yeah.
No, it was a store credit. It wasn't even a discount. They tried to give me store credit.
Lots of people try to get you on that these days.
And I was like,
yeah.
you know, you're a collectible company, right? And they just copy and pasted some policy about like da-da-da is not mint. The box, I was like, box matters.
That's the worst, honestly, is when they give you the like form
Yeah.
response, because Topps does that all the time too. Like,
So I wrote back, I was like, you know,
Man.
I'm not going to sit here and accept your just copy and pasting policy. She's like, or the person was like, we can't handle if the carrier has an issue and crushes your box. I was like, but you can handle how you pack it. There was nothing in there. There was no bubble wrap. There was no pillows. There was that brown paper roll stuff, which does nothing. And those are packed to the brim, stuffed in there. And then they asked me for a picture, and they were like, oh, but it wasn't until I said, I'm a former employee, and I know upper management, and they're going to handle this for me. They immediately switched their tune. But what you're saying, I actually do a lot, is... Like if I'm at Fry's, and like you got to pay attention at Fry's. If you're at like the register, like self-checkout, your coupons sometimes don't be coming off.
Rocio pays attention to that a lot more than I do, and when she goes back to it, it's never a big deal with you.
I don't wait until I check. I don't wait until I put my card in. I can see it on the screen, and sometimes like this guy told me at Fry's one time, he's like, sometimes you actually have to scan your card on your phone, like go back out, scan in, and the coupons will come on.
Oh, okay.
And once he taught me that, I was doing that more often. I do it every time now, and I don't know how much money I've missed because the coupons didn't come off.
Yeah, I am definitely in that.
They're charging us too much. I need my money.
Yeah, and I think that's just where I am right now in the stage and the age of my life where it's like I ain't playing no more now. Like, hold on, this look a little funny. Like, now I have a threshold. I ain't gonna be like 99 cents or something like, hey, man, but
yeah.
Hey, I just
$10 is $10.
Yeah, like I wanted the shirt. So like option of returning it. Back in the day, I would have been like, man, take this shirt back, bro. Forget you. I would have kind of lost it a bit. But like it was how he treated me.
Yeah.
He
like,
looked at me
you
like,
were the problem, yeah.
like, well, what you want, your money back or something? Like, what you talking about? And then when I said, you know what, go ahead and put it back in the bag. I expected like, you know what, sir, I apologize. I wish I could do something for you. The best I could do right now. I don't really know how to handle it. Something.
The immediate response is, oh, damn. Like if he couldn't change the receipt himself to return, like to bring out the right price, if he could do that, he should have done that. If he can't, he would have been like, I'm so sorry. Let me call my manager up here and get this fixed.
And
Boom,
here's
done.
why I didn't ask for the manager too, because I had been in the store for like probably like 30 minutes, and those were the only two people I saw in the whole store. And I was like, I don't want to be in a situation where I go, especially the manager, he goes, I am the manager. Because if he would have did that, I may have would have snapped. I was.
That's fine. Snap then.
I did, but see, I was like, I also don't want to be. I'm also not go. Nobody's gonna be on video, but I was also like, I don't want to act like, because in my mind, anyways, I just was like, you know what, whatever. But I got it. I call the number of the receipt, answer like that, sent me a coupon, 50% off, and my $10 back. I'm good. So we good.
That's better than Fanatics customer service because they purposely send out wrong stuff and then expect you to pay the return back.
Fanatics is one of the worst companies of all time.
Yeah.
It's not even close. All right. Some of the worst products of all time, some of the worst customer service. It is what it is. Like, it's honestly like the sheen of the Boohoo. What are them brands called?
Temu and...
whatever. They're the Temu sheen of sports athletics. It's not even a question. I ordered Dodger shirts off there, and I was like, oh, man, this is fire. Get that junk. I'm like, oh, this cheap piece of junk, sizing weird. I'm like, why does this medium feel like an extra small? I'm like, I don't know where you got this from.
I learned very early on with Fanatics, it's like, if anything's their branding, you do not order it.
Trash.
Never. And now you can't even trust some of the other stuff because obviously we've all seen the baseball debacle, which is relative to today's conversation a little bit.
100%.
But this was like the last jersey of the real ones because I got it during the World Series, obviously. So it was before they made the new stuff. I remember James, he got an Ohtani jersey, and those still were the good quality ones.
Yeah.
And he was like, I got the last run of ever Fanatic stuff ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the damaged box one. So I know how much you are of a fan. So just pass that along to you, George.
Just for you, George.
Put it in his office.
Yep. No, you don't put it in there. His office is a mess. Your office is embarrassing. I'm going to be honest with you. And I don't mean to call you out like that on this podcast, but it's out of control. I went to your office the other week to look for you.
As?
You joking, right?
just
don't even do that.
Such as?
Fam, you joking, right? I went to your office last week and I said, no. Open the door. I said, all right, enough, son. I almost cleaned it for you.
All right.
I'm not even joking. I was going to roll the dumpster through the hallway and just clean that
You realize it's not trash, right? It's
I don't give a shite.
Recycle.
I don't give a shite.
It's a bunch of
out
papers
of control in there.
Papers and boxes.
No, it's out of control in there. All right.
It might be.
You should feel claustrophobic in that joint.
Why? Is he the dude in Office Space, just
fam
in the basement with his stapler,
It is the most paperwork, the most bottles, the most plastic bags, the most things ever in that office.
You might have to send a picture to the group chat.
I went in there and was like, "This thing, no way. I'm gonna tell Hannah on you." I'm about to tell.
You just did.
Yeah, I'm about to tell on you because you know better than that. I taught you better than that. I raised you right. You get your act together. We'll come out this week. Let's do releases. We hurry up and get out of here. Doing this podcast. Come on, get through the release. Only 1 week of releases. Come on, not a lot. It's hot in here. Like it's hot.
Ain't nothing.
I'm about to send him a message too. You know what? Customer service. I'm sorry.
Where's the
I can't do the pod here no more.
We need a discount.
We could die in here.
No idea who this person is. Dior Greenwood. Who's Dior Greenwood? A skater?
I don't know. We talked about it last week when I did the podcast at home. It's like a Native American thing or something like that. But they got a blazer and a dunk. Huh?
Dunk high pack?
Yeah, it's like a dunk high Native American thing or something like that. Never heard of the brands though. So.
Well, it might be a person.
Well, I talked about it last week. I would like for Nike and them to send me notifications of like, learn about the Dior or whatever brand. I never heard of this stuff. Like, and you know what's funny? I was concerned. I was like, oh, great. Me and George and whoever else was here last week. Actually, maybe Ashley knew about it, but we found out that Wells Bonner was a woman. I was like, oh, great. Now I'm going to get messages all week. Oh, you didn't know that? You crazy. Kat was like.
Ruby called you out on our story.
Oh, Ruby was not happy about it. And
they don't do a good job of, I didn't know that.
Facts. And Kat was like, fam, I didn't know that either. Yeah. I learned from that. I go, thank you. I was like, okay.
That's on Adidas, not us.
That's facts. That's 100% on Adidas.
Ruby,
never
knew. That's on y'all.
Her name is Grace Wells Bonner. Came on?
Maybe. I don't know.
I heard something kick in. It's like an old El Dorado. Go ahead. What else?
All right. Vomero 5 Sail Flax, which is probably the one everybody wants. I don't know why they didn't just release that one a long time ago. What else? Damn.
Kind of fire.
Super Pegasus pack.
Super?
There's 27 different Pegasus colorways.
Lord.
Pegasus 41. Your boy Kyrie Irving 1.
Kai ones. Playoffs energy.
What brand is he with now?
Anta
1 Kai.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I was gonna say something crazy, but I'm keep it to myself. So. Jordan 5 Hurricanes. It might only be a kids release. Jordan 5 low kids.
And they're okay.
Low.
Your audience, when you think of Miami Hurricanes, it's not kids. It's us who remember the U.
Exactly. Like
now, I don't know if we're buying them, but we're the ones who have the affinity with Miami. Miami sucks. All right.
Is there a reason why?
Miami college football sucks.
Now maybe Nike is not officially calling it Hurricanes, but
of course
they're an Adidas school. Why?
They also have, but here's the thing.
Dunk.
They had Miami. They had Miami and ASU Dunks.
Yeah,
and they're both Adidas schools.
They're both Adidas schools, and those names are just given. You know what I mean? I don't know if Nike starts a lot of those names. Like
ASU seems like a fairly common colorway, though. Miami is not a common colorway.
ASU is not a common colorway. Maroon and gold.
Yeah, I think that's done more than Miami. Orange and green, I think it's done more than that.
I think it's about even.
I mean, the only thing I think of is FAMU. Maybe there should have been FAMU.
I mean, if you're talking about specific ASU's colorways in the, like, whatever they pick from that Pantone book or whatever, sure. But, like, the 49ers are gold and red. USC is gold and red. I mean, there's a lot of teams that are gold and red.
That's quite different, but yes.
I mean, I wouldn't say quite different. Like the Niners, yes. But there's plenty of teams that Iowa State.
I'm trying to think
plenty
right
of teams
now.
that have those
Iowa
colors.
State is red and gold.
That's what I said. Gold and red.
Red.
ASU is burgundy and gold.
Fam.
Maroon and
Close
gold.
enough. A lot of teams have more of that. How many teams can you think of that got Miami colors? I can think of 2.
I can think of 2. FAMU, Miami Hurricanes,
Bowling Green.
Bowling Green.
Bowling Green isn't even those colors.
It's not?
No, it's brown and orange.
It is brown. That's right.
It's green. Green is like their third color.
Shout out to my dad and Rico. Alums.
I'm pretty sure green is their third.
Rico
like, alternate
did half
color
a semester. What else, fam?
Remember that story you told us? He took.
I thought you still was doing a list of teams with those colors.
When we all found out he went to Bowling Green,
if you would be from like Kentucky or Ohio, it would make sense. But if you're not from either one of those places,
he's from Queens.
How do you even hear about it?
He's telling a completely different story, and he mentioned going to Bowling Green, and we was like,
And didn't he take a Greyhound there?
Anyone even knowing what Bowling Green is from New York City makes no sense.
I only know Bowling Green from watching them Thursday night ESPN, Friday
Yeah,
night football,
Mac. I only know
Mac football,
because my
Hey,
dad went there.
I mean, that's even kind of
Well,
crazy too.
He's from Ohio.
I know 2 people who went to Bowling Green now. Well, I know I have a connection with 2 people who went to Bowling Green. Now, being Ohio is, yeah, I guess so. All right, what else, George?
Naruto Crocs. I don't know.
mean-
I mean, I'm assuming that's anime. I don't really know nothing
It's
about
anime.
it.
That's
Okay.
also Naruto.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah, geek.
Yes, Gregory's the number 1 fan.
I thought it was Naruto too. I don't know. The designs on these Crocs, like, I mean, it's too much. There's more adult fans. I mean, maybe the adults would wear these too, but this is way
Fam, those
too
are for,
much.
you know like the Naruto fans. What they do? Those are like the cats that run with their mom straight behind them and stuff.
Yeah, I know, but these are out
Naruto
there.
ones are like some geeks. I'm gonna get some DMs, but
What else you got?
Jordan 38 white metallic low or white metallic gold low.
Clean.
Air Force One perforated. That's another stick-up kid shoe, I guess. I don't know. It's a different version.
Circulation for your foot.
Yep.
Crimes.
While you doing crimes. Carhartt Chuck Taylor pack.
it's like the 4th time they've done that.
No comment from you over there.
I don't know.
They've done that like 4 times.
Yeah,
Like,
it's fine. I don't know. Like, they need to. I don't know. I want some patches. Like, I don't know. I seen a pink Carhartt jacket. I was like, holy crap, that joint is fire. Carhartt got a lot of really nice stuff, but you got to kind of look for it though.
well, it's the whip, the car
Yeah,
whip.
the
That's
work in
nice.
progress
Yep.
stuff. That's fire.
Teddy Santis 990 V4 highlight.
Sure, it's,
Fire.
it's a gray shoe.
No, it's actually highlighted neon yellow. These joints is kind of fire.
You don't like that model.
I have this model.
You don't like that model. You don't like any of the 990 V whatever. You don't like any of those.
That's fine, but I can acknowledge when one looks okay.
Zoom Kobe 4 girl dad.
Do what you want, guys. Don't message me.
Wasn't there another Kobe already that was girl dad, but they're like completely different colorways?
There's like some
Why did
four-
they
Yeah,
Or
this
call
is
them
the second
same?
Grow Dad.
Why do they call them the same?
No. The Grow Dad was last year. This is 2024's Grow Dad.
Fam, it's
No,
about
no,
the story. He wore a green Eagles hat when he was sitting with his daughter at a game.
I understand it's not this first. What I'm saying is
Yeah.
like, wasn't the other one a different colorway? So they're just a girl dad means nothing. It just means like they're just gonna
That's
make
just
some-
they're calling, yeah, like
got
you know. But hey, and I already made my point, guys. Do whatever you want. I'm just a stupid sneaker podcaster talking crazy. All right, do whatever you feel, bro. I got no daughters or nothing. I don't give a shit. I'm buying. I didn't tell you not to, but I just made a point. Go ahead.
LeBron 21, The Shop.
Okay.
That's the name of the show, right?
Yeah.
HBO show or whatever.
Come on, man. Come on.
Is it LeBron 21 like the? Nobody talks about that.
I like the shoe. It's fine, but God, like LeBron's are just. Anyways, them joints is just weird. Like they just took such a weird turn. Like this model looks like if you said this was LeBron 1, I would get it. Remember how out there LeBrons were? Them joints had
The 20 was too.
freaking
Yeah.
flywire, visible air, half one color, half another, metal pieces. Like it had all kind of stuff. Now this joint is just barely mid low top shoe, one color. Can they still want 200? No, thank you.
That board on?
Yeah, why?
Just making sure. Got to remember every once in a while to ask you.
Fam, I would have left if it wasn't. I'm not joking. We wouldn't have did that episode.
You stayed here before we recorded a whole second episode, so
No, it's too.
Yes, you
I'm
have.
cooking over here.
You got a sweatshirt on? What do you
I
expect?
can't properly pick shirts in the morning for the podcast. When I wake up in the morning, I'm so annoyed for waking up. I just grab whatever I can. You know, look, I got a Mets hat on. All right, this is the second time I've ever wore a Mets hat in my life.
Fam, that side patch is bigger than the actual main. logo.
Rare.
Look how big that side patch is.
Rare.
They should wear that on the field this year. They might actually score some runs and win.
Yeah, it's a bigger target to hit them in the head. The Mets are weird too. All right, the Mets suck. All right.
Well, that makes all of us. The Dodgers suck too, and so do the D-backs.
Yep.
So it's a one big happy
Yeah,
family.
but the D-backs, I expect to turn that on after a second. They're gonna flip the switch and go like 21 in a row or something. They're freaking good. The Dodgers, they're just their heads are just up their butts. too big for their britches. They like, let's get to the playoffs. All right. The problem is that when they get to the playoffs is when they really turn it off. All right. So they'll probably get put out in the first round. Go ahead.
Jordan 6 reverse Oreo.
What?
White on the outside, chocolate on the inside.
I'm just reading what Goat is telling me to read. Asphalt Gold Puma Palermo. I don't even know if I've ever heard of this model before. Palermo?
You've
It's a
seen
drink.
it.
I mean,
Asphalt
I'm
Gold
sure
had
I
a
have,
dunk.
but I don't know if I've ever seen it like Palermo's the official model. Overkill ZX 8000. So basically, all these European like
Fire.
brands are just going back and collabing on like old retro stuff since Ultra Boost and whatever else ain't around no more to collab with.
Yeah. I mean, these are fired, but it's Germany, and I can't wear German stuff, so I could, but nah.
Why? Because
Okay.
you still mad about World War II?
Yeah,
As
it
a
still rubs me the wrong way.
As a Frenchman,
It still rubs me the wrong
they
way.
came and took your city.
Yeah, they did a number on us.
Jordan 3 Quai 54.
Wait, what?
Oh, and Jordan 11 Quai 54 low. Sorry. Or Jordan 1. Sorry.
Those limited?
Quai 54.
I mean, they
is still
both
a
suck,
thing?
so I don't think you want them.
I don't.
Oh,
I'm
and
I just
sorry,
didn't hear about them.
Jordan 1 Take 5 Quai 54 as well. And those are the last shoes of the day.
No, go all the way to like the 11th.
No, that would be next show.
Well,
No wonder you talked about that shoe yesterday. You messed up.
nah, the dates change on
last
these
week.
because this is European releases and regular releases. So I probably talked about the European release, and this is
No,
probably the U.S. release.
No, you didn't. You just read it wrong.
Nah,
Wait, so are any Tatums coming out for the finals?
no, but he's been wearing a black and white pair during the playoffs. That's fire. Like one
thought-
shoe is black and white.
Oh.
Did that already come out? Oh,
no,
I don't know.
No. I thought.
I saw like a denim pair come out like a couple weeks ago. I don't know. Who knows?
And no Luca's coming out for the finals. Like,
Don't think so. I mean, I don't think anybody expected.
but the thing you could do is you just have a colorway in reserve, and you just like they make the finals, you call it that. If not, it's just a release.
Because I think Anta, this yellow one that they're calling Playoffs Energy, I think it was for him to be an all-star. And
That
since
makes
he
sense.
did it, I think they were like, we'll just hold this off. And, oh, look at us now. We got something. Because I know they had a Harden all-star, too. A Harden 8 all-star. They didn't, I think they called it something else after. I was like, oh, okay. Which makes sense.
Well,
So,
for someone like Anta, that's a Chinese brand or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
they could just make it in like that and ship it. I'm not even joking. They have it ready to go.
they walked right in it. Stop. Stop. What number are you on? We made 1,800. Stop. No more. He's not an all-star. Okay. We'll flip it.
Yeah.
Cut the machines. They hit that emergency red button.
Stop the presses.
That sound. Appreciate about the like, subscribe, share this podcast. Let's talk about Ant-Man versus Camron. I know you guys seen the commercial, whatever you want to call it, that commercial with Ant-Man and receipts, and and I'll just give context to what the commercial is, right? And shout out to our Adidas people and whatnot, but they may be quite mad at what I might have to say about Adidas, So the commercial is, and I don't even know what's a commercial. These Ant-Man commercials come on TV. I've never seen one on the television. Whatever, however they put them out. So he did a commercial where it was receipts. Did you see it? Where it was like receipts. Cool little commercial thing, that's fine. But it was very specific to these receipts. One receipt said what Carmelo Anthony said, and I wrote it down. It said, from Carmelo Anthony, are you really committed to going out there being the face of the league? And I talked about it on this podcast. Carmelo said that on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn with Mero. They got that podcast. And he talked about it because when Ant went out there for the All-Star game, he went out there shooting with his left hand and goofy stuff, right? And what Melo said was warranted because it was like, fam, this is your first All-Star. You out here being goofy? Cool. Then this is the one that kind of sparked a lot of whatever. And this is Camron. So Camron on his podcast, It Is What It Is, or whatever it's called. Or It's Talk. What's it called? With him and Mace? Whatever it's called. He said, to me, he's an all-star, but not a superstar yet. And in the commercial or ad, Ant-Man responds with, he laughs and he says, F buddy. Like, F buddy. And then Camron put out a freestyle diss track, whatever. That's neither here nor there. Now, here's my thing. What makes Ant-Man interesting can also make you hate him. He's starting to get on my nerves, okay? Too much of a cool thing or a good thing can turn it the other way, especially if you in Minnesota, which is already going to be hard. I don't care how good you are. It's going to be hard to get a championship to Minnesota, period. All right? He's going to have to shut up a bit. Now, Camron is putting all the blame on Adidas, and I do too, because Adidas shouldn't have allowed that. Like, I wouldn't have allowed that. And that, to me, goes with here you go again, Adidas. You doing your homework, but you have no idea how to pass the test and handle things right. You can make Ant-Man, and you could allow Ant-Man to make a fool out of himself really quick, all right, to me.
We've already seen when he's allowed to speak, he has gotten in trouble in previous years.
Fam.
There's the homophobic video.
He dodged a really big bullet with that
He
one.
was lucky because that got swept under the rug real quick.
That got swept under the rug super quick because, and I remember somebody had brought it up a little bit during the playoffs, and I see people like, oh, Kobe did it. Two different situations.
There's two different eras in society, too.
It was two different eras, that's one. And two, a camera caught Kobe saying it on the bench, angry in the heat of the moment. Ant-Man got on social media, posted actual gay men or whatever outside of a club, and was posting them on social media laughing at them, calling them queers or whatnot or whatever. He dodged a super bullet with that one. Because I only saw it one time get brought up during the playoffs. Now, I'm not here to try to bring up that old stuff, like whatever. Yeah. You got away with it, cool.
And same with the abortion, send the video stuff.
Because Ant is getting away with being funny and cool for things that he shouldn't be. The send the video thing, it's funny.
That's social media doing that.
That's social media. It's funny, but I've also seen T-shirts in the video. I've seen some things that he leaned into it because the main topic of it because I think Anton's engaged or got a girl and he got another girl pregnant and he trying to get her to get an abortion and he like sitting there. He gets away with a lot of this goofy stuff, which is fine for the moment. But when you start going into a commercial, and like I said, I think I blame Adidas a little bit.
Because they're the one that's paid for that.
You shouldn't allow that. Like, I have a problem with it. I don't know how y'all feel, but I got a problem with it. So.
It's going to catch up to them. It just is. Because guess what? The league doesn't... To be the face of the league, you have to go along with league standards. Look what happened to John Morant. Yeah. You don't even hear about him anymore. Granted, he was injured, but still, the league doesn't like that image. They want somebody... That's why... I'm sure they were so happy the Mavericks won. They were... Because Luka, I mean, hate him or love him, if you hate him, it's because of the way he plays. It's not because of stuff he's doing off the court. It's not for, like, stuff like Ant is doing. Luka, yeah, you hate him because, like, he'll bust your team's ass, and then he'll be crying to the refs the whole time, or, you know, the way he draws fouls, stuff like that. It's basketball stuff.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. That creates good discourse. It creates people to want to watch the finals. Because even if you don't like the Mavericks or Boston, you hate one of them, if not both of them.
Oh, yeah.
So you might watch to make sure one team loses. I think the NBA is happy with the two teams that made it there. Because they finally can prop Luka up as the face of the league. Because the reason why they haven't been able to is because he hasn't won.
Well, I kind of think that it's big for both teams because Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown really need this championship. Jason Tatum's been to, 6 Eastern Conference Finals or something like that? They really need this. Kyrie kind of really needs this too, and Luka kind of really needs this as well. Like, it's a lot of, like, this is going to really benefit one of these groups.
It's going to benefit the league.
It really is. Because Kyrie is going to be an all-star next year. He hasn't been an all-star the last, 2 years because of a lot of stuff that's been happening. He's back. Like, people love him now. He seems to be back in the right space.
He's missed a lot of games. I mean, you can't make the all-star team if you, at least...
But some of that's...
You might be able to make it as a starter. No. I'm just saying... Not being an all-star has to do with not playing. Right. It has nothing to do with
exactly. But some of that is due to injury. Some of that's due to
a lot
how he's acting.
Well, hold on. Back to the Ant-Man thing.
Yeah, let's go back
before all that other stuff. Fam, if they were winning, you wouldn't be mad at them. And that's not only. I'm not singling you out. I'm saying that's now. I'm not talking about the.
Because if
I'm
you
not
can
talking
back
about
it up,
what you call it. What'd you say he did it first?
Yeah, but hold on. He brought that. He just said it. If you can back it up, it doesn't come off a certain way.
No, I'm not talking about. I understand that, but I'm not talking about that.
The homophobic stuff.
Yeah, that. So that's different. Keep that aside, which I'm not saying it's not a big deal. I'm just saying that not in the argument. If you're winning, then no one cares what you do outside of that. That was dumb regardless. Now, I'm sure if you went and interviewed a bunch of players, they probably would agree with it if you said it was off the record or whatever.
Yes.
But But so that's what I'm saying is it's not real annoyance. It's just he's not winning. So it's like
Well, it's not even that because the team won. But I've been holding my tongue on this. If you go look at his stats, he either has like a 40-point game or he shoots 3 for 17 from the field and disappears. And the media wasn't.
Oh, they kind of cooked him. They kind of
not in the beginning.
Not at first.
Because he's been doing that though.
Yeah, but
I know, but everyone was like propping him up and they were ignoring that stuff until the Maverick series, it seemed.
Yeah, it took a while.
Because Minnesota won because a lot of the reason they won is because their defense. Let's not get twisted. It wasn't Ant. It wasn't.
100%.
It was their defensive scheme.
The defense and then being able to answer on the offensive side. Like somebody still has to answer for your great defense on the side. But here's the thing with Ant. Like I will say this, it took about three bad games for people to go, oh wait a minute, now he's been kind of sucking before somebody said anything. And like you said, the winning does solve a lot of the stuff.
Keep in mind, he wasn't good in Game 7 either, at least offensively.
No, he wasn't. He came across in those games like LeBron did in big games, where you're like, you know what, LeBron got to get 40 tonight, 50. And it was just like, yo, but what you doing? But what you mean? What are you passing it for? What are you doing? Like, it came off like that. That's fine.
And then Kyrie and Luka dropping 35 each, like
because both of them look like we understand what we need to do.
Well, Kyrie's been there before. Luka's been playing in professional for half his life.
100%. And that's a very important thing because there's times when Luka's playing and everybody watches Luka and you go, fam, where are you taking this? Oh, you made it. What are you doing? Oh, you made it again. Okay, fine. Like, he gets away with a lot of bad basketball sometimes. But his scoring and stuff like that is very impactful and whatnot. Ant was invisible out there. He didn't know what to do. It was too much for him. Look, I like Ant. I like his drive to want to be the best. But want to be the best looks different on the court than it does in front of a microphone. Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan of him where he gets away with a lot of the cursing, just randomly saying the N-word and stuff, just randomly impressed. And it just kind of gets like slide by. I'm like, buddy, you on live TV, man. Like, they'll kill some players for that. Like, they whatever. Not as much as they used to, but like, he gets away with it a lot more because he's just fun, young, cool, whatever. I get it. But at the same time, when I see, and first of all, don't be talking crazy about no Camron. Now, look, don't do that. All right, Killer is like
that freestyle was pretty nice though.
It was a good freestyle. Yeah. It was a good freestyle. Doing it in a Luka jersey is kind of corny, but you know it is what it is. Is that the show called? Is this what it is? Whatever the show was called. Look. Ant needs to be better at basketball on a consistent basis, all right? You're still in Minnesota. You have no championship. Your franchise has 0 championships. Your running mates are questionable at best. Cat is weird, and Rudy Gobert is super weird.
He's French.
Okay. Yes. I've never seen a weak human like that in my entire life. I don't think I've ever seen Rudy dunk on somebody. It's like when he gets the ball, it's like, I'm like, how are you getting tossed up? You're 6'. Whatever. That's neither here nor there. Ant-Man, relax. I'm not interested in the talk when you got put out. I ain't interested in it. You save that commercial for next year. When the season, and I put that in a tweet. I retweeted it. I said, oh, you got to save that for October. When the season come back around, then you show them receipts. How you going to show receipts when you got slapped in half?
And it's like, he better back it up next year.
Fam, I wouldn't be shocked if the Minnesota Timberwolves are fighting for a play-in spot. That's how the West works, all right? You could be like this, and you could have right here, and you could be right here at the bottom, just like that. Because here's the thing. They beat the Nuggets, but the Nuggets are still a good team. Let's not act like the Nuggets.
They still have Jokic on their team.
Man, come on. Like, them cats is stop, all right? It's just like any other team in the West. The Kings were like this last year. Now them cats ain't even in the playoffs. The Suns, now they fighting for us. My Warriors won a championship 2 years ago. It is way too fickle to be out here talking about you got the receipts after you just won one game in a 7-game series. Stop, all right? Love Ant-Man. I'm a big, huge Adidas fan, but Adidas needs to rein this stuff in, all right? Because Adidas is looking bad out here to me.
And the Ant Low's coming out in 2020.
They got Brown, don't they? Isn't Brown Adidas?
Jaylen Brown?
Yeah.
No, he's with Nike. No, he's a Puma, I think. He's not with Adidas. Adidas has Trae Young, who is arguably one of the most hated players in the NBA. They got Donovan Mitchell, who is highly talented, very underrated, but he goes from Utah to Cleveland. Yeah, you ain't going to get much press there. You got James Harden, who's arguably now a joke of the league. We laugh at him. We make fun of him. They make fun of him. Then you got
Dame, who doesn't even look like he likes to play basketball
Dame
anymore.
Lillard just seems like he's miserable in Milwaukee, it seems like. Like, he seemed like he enjoyed himself in Portland. Now he seems like he's miserable in Milwaukee. Who else they got? Basketball-wise. Like, I think that's
Those
maybe
are the
like,
mains.
they're like their main ones.
Yeah.
0 championships between any of them. 1 final appearance between all of them. So it's like, what are you talking about? Harden has 1 final appearance with Thunder.
That was before he was with Adidas.
He was with Nike at that time. So it's like, y'all need to rein this in. Hey, buddy, I appreciate your candor. You seem like a cool guy, but let's tone it down a bit. Let's see what we can do with this and move on from there. Like you brought up, the Ant Low coming out in January 2025. Fam,
It should have been coming out July 1st for the Olympics. Drop it.
Facts. Now, maybe they have a plan. Maybe it meant that colorway. I don't know. But here's the thing. That means we're almost at All-Star break in January. We're not the beginning of the basketball season next year. We're almost at All-Star break.
The Ant 2 should be coming out then.
God bless, man. Do whatever you want to do, Adidas, whatever. Another Adidas topic, Yeezys at outlets.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's one topic that you just kind of skipped by there a little bit.
Okay.
We haven't talked about this in a long time.
Okay.
A Jordan brand premier athlete is winning a championship this year. Your thoughts?
Oh, okay.
Your thoughts?
Okay. That's a good point.
Your thoughts?
Now, here's
It would be funny if like the Celtics won and Tatum was hurt most of the time or something.
because he whatever series that won where he
Don't
twisted
give
his
him
ankle.
bad juju.
No.
Don't do it.
So here's the thing, right? It
Jordan
started
already
out.
gives him bad juju, so it's already out there.
We don't know. It looks like the curse is over.
For those who listen to the podcast, for many, many years doing this podcast, I talked about Jordan Brand having a curse. Not with his football athletes, not with his baseball athletes, not with his golfers, not with anybody like that. Not his
WNBA,
NASCAR,
no.
anything. Just NBA players having a hard time succeeding and meeting the expectations of being on something like Jordan Brand. You had Westbrook, you got I don't know who. I said Maya Moore was the greatest Jordan Brand athlete of all time, and Derek Jeter. Those are the 2 greatest Jordan Brand athletes of all time.
No, Randy Moss.
No, 0. No.
Huh?
0
Winningness.
Winning.
Winning.
Oh, you're talking about winning
whatever.
only. Okay.
And I've never given
Roy
this.
Jones Jr.,
Hold on. I've never given this to anybody but NBA players on Jordan Brand. This
Yes,
is a basketball brand. Okay? We got Luka here. We got Tatum here. It's time. Now, here's the problem with this, right? All during playoffs, Ant-Man stock sneakers like this. Ain't nobody out here talking about no Tatums and no Lukas like that. All right? And Jordan Brand started off rocky. Once Zion wasn't playing in the series, I was like, boy, this Jordan Brand can't get a break. And I meant to bring that up. Glad you brought it up now. Luka or Tatum has an opportunity to make some noise here. Here's the thing. Do we care about their sneakers? Not really. And we enjoy watching.
Well, you do.
Huh?
You've been talking crazy about how fire the Tatum is for
Tatum
about the
1,
last year.
Tatum 2, Luka's
I mean, you have.
got better. Like, I don't want him. The Luka 1 was better than the Luka 2, but whatever. But here's the thing. Luka's play of basketball is much more entertaining and better than a Jason Tatum. I think Jason Tatum may be a better overall basketball player, but Jason Tatum, he has too many of them moments, too, where he can hide.
Oh, he gets carried by his supporting cast like a motherfucker.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm trying to hold my tongue on it because it's like I don't want to jump the gun, but Jaylen Brown may be more important and better than Jason Tatum on the team. I'm sorry. I don't care. And the fact that Jaylen Brown didn't make a first or second or third All-NBA team, and he's averaging like 27 a game, and he's an all-star and makes $300 million a year, I don't care where you put him. First, second, third, I don't give a shite. But something is a little off and weird there to me. Now, Jaylen Brown doesn't come off as a likable player because we make fun of him a lot. Like the man, left hand.
Well, he's kind of like also
Well,
like
that's because that
kinda
thing's still true.
He's also kind of like a Kyrie, like an agitator.
They
Like,
make.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's an account dedicated to showing all his left hand dribbles every game. It ain't pretty.
It is. And look, somebody on Jordan Brand is going to get a championship this year. I can't think of any Jordan Brand athlete that has got a championship in the last 15, 20 years. Not one. And I don't mean like a supplemental athlete. I mean like they got a Jordan Brand. Like Westbrook, Zion, Tatum, Luka. Who are the other ones at the time? I don't even know if they're in the Kawhi.
Oh,
Now, Kawhi did get one with Jordan Brand. He's the only one. He was on Jordan Brand, I think, with the Spurs, I think. I don't know. Whoever else. I think there's like a bunch of other like, smaller ones, and I'm probably just drawing a blank right now. But anyways, so thank you, George. Add that to the topic list. Now Yeezys at the outlet. I don't know if it's a big topic. Don't even know if it matters. Anybody care? Yeezys at the outlet?
No, because I'm never at the outlet.
Never?
No. Sometimes I'll pop in Nike at Desert Ridge because I'm there. But,
okay.
That's just because it's close to me, and I tend to go to that movie theater or some of the restaurants there. But I never find myself at Tanger or out in Chandler where they have the Adidas ones. You go to the Adidas ones a lot. Like,
I do.
Do they usually pretty stocked and get stuff that's desirable for sneakerheads?
Yes and no. Like, I couldn't picture. They get a lot of Ivy Park. And that does pretty well in there. A lot of the women come in there and buy that stuff.
Yeah, because it's normal price now.
On the men's side, there's a lot of things that I know that we like and we'd appreciate, but we still ain't buying it. They like, I see some Ultra Boost and they're like, oh, them joints is crazy. I do like them. 110, I'm good. Like, I'm good on it. It's like, regular 200. I'm like, God dang, that's a pretty big discount, but I'm good on that. Now, T-shirts and pants and stuff like Coach and stuff like that, that's different. Look, to me,
the thing I would want from all these Yeezy sales is some slides. I still don't own a pair of slides.
I've never.
That's all I would want to buy. Because I was looking when I was trying to find these. It was at the very bottom of my stack, and I was like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" Like now I have to like. But I was looking at the other ones. I was like, I didn't realize how many I had. So it's like I saw like black, red, like onyx, like a bunch of belugas, like a bunch of dead stock, and I'm like, damn, I really have a lot of 350s. So I don't need anything else because 350s, 700s were okay, but like, or the Wave Runners or whatever. I would if there was a Wave Runner half off at the outlet, I would buy it.
Yeah, and that was my thing.
Or
I
slides.
think because I do go in the Adidas store every time I go to the outlet, and I ask myself like, if I'm in there, if I saw some Adidas on sale, Yeezys in there, would I buy them? And I don't know because. Don was probably one of the big people who's always speaking of loud that like we wouldn't care about Yeezys if Yeezy wasn't in Florida because I can't tell why no one's buying these. Like because you don't have to go on Adidas. You go on End, they got plenty of Yeezys on there. Now, it ain't like your most popular 350s, maybe like some of them weird blue ones or the ones that whatever. But a Yeezy used to be a Yeezy. It didn't matter what it was.
Well, here's the thing. How long have these been around?
So is that the problem? We just been stuck in these same models for so long?
There was never a V3. Like, there was a V1 and a V2. And, like, that was it. You know how many times we've seen this shoe?
Yeah.
And however many colors they want to try? Like, and everything's not very, like, different. Like, okay, you change the color on the stripe. That's it. Besides zebras, there's none that really look that different compared to most of them. Like, belugas maybe, but, like... Everyone else, they kind of look the same. Like, I don't need to go look for something else. They're all like tan and like gray and whatever. So I don't think we ever got the V3. So that was the problem. It's like, imagine if Jordan Brand stopped at 4. I mean,
George, you buying any Yeezys at the outlet? You see them?
Nope.
None?
Well, George doesn't go there.
I don't care.
But if Greg texts us and be like, hey, this slide's only $40, would you tell him to cop one?
Nah.
If you see some slides for half off, let me know. I'll cop some.
Oh, yeah, I'm buying them all about. I got the crew.
I mean, is there stuff that I would buy? Like if a Wave Runner was like 60% or 40, like if you could give 60% of cost, like 40% off or something, I would buy a Wave Runner.
Yeah. See, I feel like that's everybody's answer to this. If it was a Wave Runner, yes. I feel like that's the only one.
There's some 350s I would buy, but nothing else.
Oh, so you'd still buy some 350s if you saw them?
Probably. Ones? I mean, it would have to be something that I like. Like red stripes I probably would buy, or... I don't know. I'm sure there's other ones I can't think of. I'm sure but yeah, I mean, it's the reason why it's a comfortable shoe. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not paying full price for it though.
Like, I feel like a lot of those ones that like we thought were like they're okay. That would be my opportunity to buy those because I wouldn't have wanted to pay full price for a lot of those anyway. Those like comfort or compact 350s. I've seen people wear those at the gym. They look fire when your foot's in it because the shape comes up. But how they look on the shelves, all scrunched up and weird. It looks weird. I came across those for 100 or 80. Maybe, you know what I mean? I just look at it as like, gosh, like we were talking about Yeezys.
I don't
in this
think the shoe being
podcast-
tied to Kanye has anything to do, any bearing on my decision to buy it, wear it, whatever.
Well, no.
I'm not buying anything.
My
really.
thing is that like what I find funny about the Adidas line of Kanye's, and I'm not talking about the first run like Moon Rocks and all that. Even that's getting ready to retro. They're getting ready to drop Pirate Blacks again, the first one. I thought, regardless of what happens with Kanye and Adidas, him gone, cool. I thought these Adidas would have stayed like at the upper of cultural importance in sneaker culture. Like, them joints is cheap. Like, on StockX, they're still on sites. Like, I still thought they would have just maintained their value in the sneaker community. They don't seem to have any value
But
anymore.
the other thing is like you can only release it so many times. Like how many times have 350s released at this point? I mean,
Well, yeah, but people
but
make the
they are
argument
still-
about
I
Jordans
looked on the
too.
I looked on the confirm, but they only release like okay, like it's a Jordan 1 bread. Like yeah, if they release that every 5 to 8 years, it's gonna sell out.
I mean, if they released a suede bread for it, we'd be on it next year. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we just got military fours, which have been rumored to drop out to release with Nike on the back for the last 4 or 5 years. Finally, they do, and we all go, you know, I don't know what to do with this, but I got one. We're talking about a $200 sneaker that we're all like, you know, we got it. You know what I mean? It still holds rank of like importance to us. I don't know why Yeezys on Adidas, the second run, not the V1 Moon Rocks, whatever. Why like zebras and things like that are like, like, you know, I got a pair, but I don't know, like, if I catch
They're
this,
still selling out on confirmed.
yeah, they're still selling out. But I went on StockX and I was like, oh, they're 212, 190 in my size. I'm like, oh, so I really don't have to buy them. I may be able to get them cheaper on StockX and GOAT than I would. You know what I mean? But I don't know. If I came across certain ones that was like 80, 90, maybe I would. I don't know. It would beat buying like another Dunk or something. I
Or
don't know.
a New Balance for 225.
Yeah.
Another great
so-
New Balance. Speaking of that, have you worn your Yeezy pods?
No, but I put them on. You know, every day I go, well, I'm at the house. Should I put them on? I don't know what to say.
I mean, you
about
put them on. You tried them.
I tried them on.
Okay.
And I stood there in them, and I went down, and I was like, man, if I was 10 years younger, I'd do a spinning heel kick mad wild in these ninja shoes. Like, I would be jumping all over the place doing flying kicks. But I go, what am I doing? I said, thank God these are $20, son.
So here's the thing. I can't believe that they charge 200 and people are buying them. That's crazy.
Fam.
That is insane.
You should. Yeah. Thank God that Kanye's like, I refunded everybody that who paid that. That's insane. For those.
I will say, I said this in the chat. In summer, theirs are just unwearable because they're like up to here. Now in winter, you got some tech pants or some sweats on or something, and then you just see the bottom of them. It's like a sock. I'm wearing those all winter.
I think I'd be too embarrassed to wear them outside.
Oh, I'm not wearing them outside.
Oh,
around the
okay.
house.
Okay,
They're
yeah.
gonna
Maybe
be
in
a
the
house
house.
shoe
Okay.
in the winter, but in the summer, there's too hot here.
Yeah, they went up a lot higher on my leg than I thought they would.
Yeah,
And I was like,
yeah, it was like
they're
up to
fine.
here.
So. But $20, I ain't beating no $20. What are we talking
Yeah.
about? Now the T-shirt I got, come on, man. That joint is Bill Belichick hoodie with no sleeves. It's one of the worst T-shirts I've ever seen in my entire life.
I got it too. I don't know what to do with it.
I have no idea. I was like, well, I can flip it inside, wash the car. I can like wear it. Maybe I could wear it over a hoodie, maybe in the wintertime.
Nope,
I thought
too
about
big.
it. It's one of the worst shirts I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know what the idea was behind that. I don't think you really wanted to have the sides closed. It's more like you throw it over your head like a cape or something like that. Weird.
It is crazy.
Anyways, Caitlin Clark, before we get to our top 10 list, podcast going, good podcast, good flow. Caitlin Clark, it was one of the most popular news things. I couldn't tell you the last time a WNBA made, and I don't mean like made it in the topic list on sports shows, made it on the radio. I'm talking about top of the list, dominant. If you got a 2-hour show, it's got a guaranteed hour of it. Like, it takes on the Caitlin Clark. Whatever you guys want to start.
Well, I'll start from a basketball only perspective.
Okay.
That push she got, that's a cheap shot.
Yes.
Call it what it is. It's a
100%.
cheap shot. Her saying like all that garbage after as a bench player, like, come on, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
you're not an enforcer. The girl, she wasn't looking, and you cheap shot her. That's what happened. Now her saying like, oh, she was elbowing and like talking trash. That is basketball. That's what you do. That happens at your local rec center every single day. NBA, WNBA, it's been happening since the iteration of the league. If you can't handle that, you shouldn't be on the court.
Now, do you guys feel like she's being mistreated by everyone?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, on the court or media?
all?
Media.
Well, media, she's definitely getting mistreated.
Okay, agree. On the court, no, that's basketball. Even the cheap shot, that happens.
Right.
The league needs to regulate that better, though. Who's the commissioner of the WNBA?
That's a good point. I watch the WNBA.
I do too.
On a regular basis.
And I have for a long time.
For a very long time.
I've never heard the commissioner speak.
And I'm sitting.
I don't even know who it is.
So, okay.
George,
so,
you know who it is?
I assumed it was the NBA commissioner. The leagues are related, aren't they? I mean,
masculine, toxic masculinity.
Right.
You assume the man was on it.
Fam, are you okay?
Look, okay, so this was my thing with it. I hate, and we talked about it a little bit. George talked about it a bit. You know, obviously you'll get to. I feel like the WNBA is blinded by the light. Like,
Oh, yeah.
the light is on them, and they don't know how to act. I've never seen people so determined to make someone else look bad that they're not looking good. Like, you know, it's like, yo, I get out there, yo, I ain't having that. It's like their goal is to, I'm going to focus on her and make her look bad. Not, yo, the light is on us. Let me go out here and show them I could give them 30. I could give them 20. I could do that.
Like, what did Angel Reese say? She's like, they're not coming to only see her. They're coming to see me. Like, fam, you're shooting 35% as a center.
Fam,
Shut up.
And I don't want to go ahead.
And I like Angel Reese. I like Angel Reese.
I'm not even going to go and be like.
But it goes along with what you said. They care about themselves more than the overall league.
I'm just like every team she plays, and I've watched probably 80% of her games that, I've caught almost all of them. I even found a channel that I didn't even know existed that showed them called Ion. Whatever.
It's the women's network.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder it was. No.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I was like, this seems like there's something missing. I was like, something's missing about
toxic
this channel.
masculinity.
Like, these commercials don't look like the ones that come on ABC.
Why is all
ESPN.
Venus razors and
I was like, oh,
Dang,
okay.
life comes at you fast.
Well, in fact, but look, like I said, I feel like everyone.
reverse car.
I feel like regardless of whatever your team's game plan is that the player's individual go, yo, she thinks she tight, I'm gonna go. Fam, if that light is shining on you, WNBA tweets and WNBA discussions used to be about nobody watching, they think they should get more pay, and things like that.
Don't leave out the one that was discussed on social media.
What?
Everybody hitting everybody in the league. They all sleep with each other.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Well, okay.
Don't leave the most obvious one
That's
out.
fine.
Because no
Okay.
other league gets discussed like that league does with that.
And so, and those were the main topics of the WNBA for the last 20-some years, okay? Now it's, yo, we want to come see this particular person play basketball, but this is an opportunity for all of you to play basketball good. And now they don't know how to act. The discussions of the league was never in a negative light or a bad light. It was just like the WNBA is happening, blah, 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 blah.
I mean, on social
whatever.
media it was, because people were making fun of like missed layups and whatever else. But
Yes, it was always in the
Lowest,
negative.
like you could get in for free and they pay you to walk. You could play at halftime.
It was put down in the negative light of joking in a sense. Now it's in a negative light as like, yo, y'all are jerks. Like, they being called catty, they being called petty, they being called all kind of stuff. And it's like, but here's the thing, right? That game that you're talking about, was it against the Sky? I couldn't tell you who was the highest scorer in that game.
But can I? The Sky lost that game, mind you, by 1 point.
Yeah.
She got a technical foul for that hit on Clayton Clark.
No, they said I don't think she got a tee for that. They said they never gave her a tee.
Well, it was a foul.
Yeah, but I don't think she shot free throws. It was like in the early in the third quarter or something.
Yeah, I don't know if she
pretty
got
sure
free
she
throws
got
for
technical.
it. Maybe, I don't know. I
No,
can't remember.
I saw it on
It
Twitter.
wasn't a
They never
flagrant,
gave her
but
a
I think
tee.
she got a technical. It
They
got
got upgraded to a
yeah,
flagrant
but I
later
still think
on,
it was a tech.
but not during the game. I don't
Yeah,
even remember.
no, I saw on Twitter that somebody evaluated the game and said it was a common foul.
You
It
know
was
what
like it was a basketball analyst.
I'm watching the game, and when it took place, I was laughing so hard that I don't even know what happened. Like, I was just like, what? Like, I was just dying laughing. Like, I was like, what is... In the
ref
moment
was-
I went,
the
these women crazy. What are you
The ref was
doing?
right there. Like, if you're gonna try that, like,
Okay, let's go back with the commissioner thing. You know what's funny is that I've never, all the years of WNBA existing, I've never heard of anybody go, this is a bad organization. I can name the bad organizations in football, NBA, NHL. I know the bad organizations. In WNBA, we don't know if they're good or bad.
Well, we know
Indiana
the
Fever,
ones that fold. Obviously,
the ones that folded, but
that.
that's just be financial whatever reasons.
Yeah, fans don't come to the games.
The Indiana
TV
Fever
contracts,
are now
whatever.
becoming a bad organization because, like, I don't know who the GM is. I don't know who the owner is. None of these people are coming to her defense like, yo, y'all tripping.
Her
Where's the league?
teammates did not do anything. That's
Zero.
crazy to me.
And we know how involved her dad is and her parents and her family. Oh, please. The chance she got to get out of Indiana, she's
Aaliyah
out of
Boston helped her up. I mean, let's say that at least.
Damn, Aaliyah Boston is huge. Aaliyah Boston should have grabbed the jersey of and tossed her on the ground. All right.
Maybe she don't play like that.
It
but
don't
here's
matter.
the thing.
Someone's got to do it.
You can't force somebody who doesn't like. You can't pick. Listen, no. Before you even say anything, before you even say anything. Think about the men's game. Someone who's not known as an enforcer, you can't get them to just all of a sudden be like, okay, I'm going to be an enforcer today. You know on the team who's going to do it.
Grabbing her jersey,
Draymond's going to do it.
Grabbing her jersey, throwing her around, cool bit much. But at least in the NBA, even though I know this person's not an enforcer, they at least act like it.
Yeah.
They start walking close, tell yo, what's up with you? They don't even do nothing.
No, I understand that. You're saying someone has to do something. If no one on that team has that personality, you can't force it. Pick a team in the NBA. Does
Fam, come on, man.
Does Boston have an enforcer? Does Atlanta have an enforcer? There are certain people in the league you can think of doing that. That's it.
We're not talking about an enforcer as like a Draymond Green or a James Johnson. We're talking about
not
standing up in
Artest.
someone's face and defending your teammate.
Yeah, yo, what's up with you, bro?
What is that going to do?
It doesn't matter.
It shows that you.
It does matter.
No, it does
If
matter
people
because it
don't
shows you have their
believe
back.
If
Yeah,
people
that's
don't
what- yeah, that's
believe
what I
you
mean.
when you're doing it, they're not going to take it seriously.
I don't believe anybody when they do it.
It's the fact that you have your teammates' back is the point of it.
Fam,
you don't
we
have to
know
mean it.
Draymond will go kick people in the ding dong.
You're talking about.
We believe it when he says he's going to do
You're talking
something.
about somebody who's proven. Let me tell you something. Somebody messing with Luka and PJ Washington gets PJ Washington, if you don't get out of here. But at least he did something about it. Like, yeah, you're gonna be doing that tomorrow.
That's different.
That's what we're talking
that's the same
about.
thing.
That's what we want.
Boston, hey, yo, what's up? Chill out, girl.
Who cares if you're not if that person doesn't have a reputation of enforcing something? Who cares if they're like, oh, I'll slap you? Who cares?
Caitlin Clark cares.
None of
If I tell you I'm gonna slap you and you don't think I'm gonna slap you, why does it? You ain't worried about it. Why does that matter?
I'm talking about the optics of the game as a team.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. If somebody, look at me, I ain't running around slapping cat, but somebody can talk crazy to you. I'll be like, what's up with you, bro? Like, well, come on, bro. Like, I'm gonna do something.
The optics for who? The fan or for the player?
The players.
The players know that person's not an enforcer. Why would they care? What the
they know
fuck
they
are
have
you
their
guys
back.
talking about?
So they know they have their back.
Who cares if that person's
Man,
not going to actually
as
do
someone
anything?
who's played sports their entire
What
life,
the fuck are you talking
I know
about?
what I'm talking
I
about.
don't want someone to have my back who's not going to actually do anything. I want the guy who is an enforcer to have my back. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
So let me get this straight. You get tossed on the ground and me and Andy just be like, well,
That's not what I said. I said
that's the same situation.
no, it's not anything close to the same situation. I literally went to a high school with Urkel. It was the opposing team. Our school, then their school got in a fight. He ran to the locker room. This is a legit scenario. Guess what? The next game, if we get in a fight, I know who's not going to have my back. Urkel. I don't need Urkel to get in somebody's face. And when I say Urkel, I'm literally talking about Jaleel White. If we're in a game and somebody gets in my face, I know Jaleel White's not going to stand up for me. I don't need him to.
You're talking about one player on a team of about 14,
No,
16
no,
people.
I'm not. I'm talking about a scenario. If you know someone is not about that, why do you want them to speak for you? What are you talking about?
It's about being a team and having each other's back. It doesn't matter if she means to fight the person. It means that she has the player's back that's on the ground.
Yeah, I don't think Caitlin
How
Clark
can
thinks-
someone have your back if they're not about it? What are you talking about?
Maybe you have a different definition of have your back, okay? Maybe you got different, because here's the thing. If I got a team of 12 people, I know who may actually put hands,
Yes.
and I know who's going to stand up for me,
Yes.
and I know who's not going to do it.
Yes.
If you're going to tell me that Aaliyah Boston isn't one of those people, cool. What my
No,
other,
I don't know. I didn't say
fine.
that.
That's fine. But anybody else is...
I just said she helped her up. That's all I said.
Fam, I'm talking about even just the actions of it. Like, yo, we ain't gonna play like that. Like, yo, what's up with you?
That's fine. But if you're saying that, you're normally somebody who's about it.
Not true. That is literally not true.
That's not true.
Every NBA scuffle like that.
Why would you want someone stepping up for you who's not about that? Do you understand what I'm
Because it
asking
shows
you?
It shows camaraderie
Yes.
as of a team. I don't think PJ Washington is about that. I don't think so. But if he got up, if Luka got thrown on the ground, he came up the thing. We would, Peter Washington ain't doing nothing. But I'm glad he's doing that for his teammate.
Nah. I don't. No, not to me. I don't believe in that's fake.
No, okay. Let's use this for example, right? Let's use an example, right? I could give you a name. I'll say the name. I don't give a shit. I know for a fact, if me and Simple are out, and I'm about to get into it, I know Simple ain't about it. Simple, I know it for a fact. I know it. But to me and Simple being with each other, he has a responsibility to break this up, do something like that. I know he ain't gonna do that.
Okay.
Nobody does that on Indiana.
No. That story's not over yet. Hold on a second. That scenario you're saying is not over yet. What about him faking toughness is giving you camaraderie? That's the step I'm asking you.
Look, it means that I'm not asking him to come up and throw a sucker punch and do something about it.
I understand
that.
It's
the fact of like we together. If Simple ran off and dipped, it's a way different thought process of what I think about him versus what he.
You understand that, but
why do you
your team's side?
Why do you want him to do that for you if he's not going to do something?
Because
that's what I'm asking you.
We on the same team.
Fam, if I know someone is not gonna swing and they get in front of me to say something to somebody, fam, get out the way. You ain't doing nothing. What are you talking about?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, absolutely.
No.
What?
Here's the thing. Doing that action
means worlds.
And then let's say somebody gets in between. I get punched, I hit the ground, and somebody steps in and is like, yo, what's up? Hey, bro, what's up? Now, if he gets slapped in half and stand in front and then run away, then that's something different. When you take that action of standing up for the people, that means, hey, whatever can happen, can happen. That's all that matters.
What I'm asking you is, why does it make you feel better if somebody who you know will not do anything says something?
Because when you're on a team like that, we're talking about Caitlin Clark in specific. When you are who you are and you've been getting it all year, social media, actually physically on the court, you've been getting it, and ain't nobody ever step up for you, it goes, oh man, y'all feel, to me, I go, man, y'all must feel the same way as them. Like, yo, what's up?
Okay, that's fine, but that's a different point, though.
No, it's not. It's the
yes,
same point.
Yes, it is.
It's someone having your back, being a team, being a unit.
No, it is not the same thing.
Oh, man.
You're talking.
You haven't played sports in a while. You don't get it.
Have my back.
It sounds good, buddy.
Have my back.
No. Have your back in what regard?
Like standing up next to you and saying you're not going to play like that. It doesn't matter if you can throw hands or not.
Not picking my limp body up off the ground after I keep getting tossed up. Can y'all go, yo, what's up? Can y'all go give somebody else a cheap shot? Can y'all go do something? Can y'all say something?
But those people aren't about it. So why do you want them to do that? How does that make you feel positive about your buddies and team if somebody's going to do shit?
It makes me feel a lot better than going like.
And then just running back up and down the court.
Makes me feel a lot better. It does.
If someone's faking toughness.
Oh, man.
It's not faking toughness. It's showing that we're a team and we're a unit, and when one falls, everyone falls.
Y'all are literally talking nonsense right now. What do you mean? It's not faking toughness. You're saying you want someone to have your back who's not tough.
It's not about being tough.
What are you talking
about? Being
about?
there for your teammate.
That's what it's about. It's about being there for your team, not being like, I didn't say walk up my team. Yo, what's up there, bro? What's up there, bro? I didn't say
she helped her up off the ground. That's also being there for your team. What are you guys talking about, man?
Fam, scraping my body up off the ground every single time.
Being fake is not what I need if I'm getting beat up. Yes, it is. If you're not gonna fucking fight, it's being fake. Period. Yes, it is. On gang, that's real shit on game. I don't give a fuck what you say. If you're not gonna do shit, don't fucking ever try to front for me.
On that court.
Don't ever jump in front. Don't ever jump in front of the line if you ain't really about to do some shit. Period. Ever.
First of all,
me being out with people I know not gonna jump in front of the line, I don't feel good when they're like, "Hey, buddy, get out the way." No.
You see, you talking about way two different things.
No,
here.
I'm not. I just said if you have people who are not about it, why does that make you feel better about the situation? That makes no sense.
Wrong. You're talking about in the aspects of we outside. That's way different.
No, I'm not. That's
yes, it is.
That's how people on the court act like they are outside.
Fam, I'm not gonna sit there and get tossed on the ground, and then one of my teammates get in front, and she ain't gonna like actually fight, but she like, yo, what's up with y'all? Back up, like off my girl. I'd be like, yo, don't ever try to defend me if you're not gonna actually punch her or something.
So then you, like I said, you talking about phony stuff.
It's not phony.
That's about being on the team. Like, what are you talking about?
No, it's
are you okay? Fam, you talking about on gang. Fam, I've been really outside. I know what you talking about. Well, I ain't talking about that. If somebody came in here and was talking crazy to you and whatnot, fam, if you don't stop, I ain't outside on these blocks running around slapping people and doing crazy stuff anymore like that. But let me tell you something. If somebody come in here talking crazy to Andy or something,
camaraderie is camaraderie regardless.
Fam.
And there's no camaraderie on that
There's
team.
no camaraderie on the team. There's none.
I'm not arguing there is. What I'm asking you is...
We're arguing that there isn't. That's the argument. There's none.
No, there's not. We agree on that. We're not arguing. I'm not arguing I think there is camaraderie and you're saying there's not. I understand there's no camaraderie. The point I'm making is why do you need someone who is not about it to have your back? Why would that make you happy or in a positive manner? If I know that person's not, if something happens in the tunnel after the game and that person's going to run, and I know they're going to run, I'm not going to be happy that they like, oh, hey, you don't do that ever again. I'll get you in the tunnel. No, you ain't getting them in the tunnel. You're going to run back to the locker room. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but here's the thing. It doesn't have to, I'm on a team of double-digit teammates. Maybe you're not about it. Maybe you're not about it. Maybe you're not even going to act it. Maybe somebody has to.
That's fine.
That's the problem here.
Okay.
Nobody does.
I'm not arguing that.
That's what
That's what we're talking about.
No,
though.
you're...
That's what I'm talking about. Here's my point.
No, you're not.
Here's
You're saying someone, whether they're not about it or not, should say something.
No, I meant the team in general. Somebody should do. No one is.
Why would I disagree with that?
That's
Obviously,
what we were
someone
talking
should
about.
have. No, it was not.
Oh my gosh.
Obviously, someone should have her back. I'm not saying someone shouldn't have her back. What I'm saying is, if I'm the one getting pushed around and no one has my back, I'm not going to think of it in a positive manner when someone finally is like, hey, you get out of the way. You don't push her again.
Why wouldn't you?
Because I know that person's not ready to do something if something happens.
Fam, we have no idea who's ready to do what if something happens.
I'm quite sure the one that ran Caitlin Clark over in that thing would put hands up if it got to it. You don't think so?
Well, she acts like that all the time.
I understand that. She's been kicked off 2 different teams already. I'm aware. But that's my point. If that person has your back in the game, it makes sense. That you feel positive about.
No, look, I would love
Nobody's
for
going to
Draymond
fight on
Green.
the court.
I would love.
It's about having your teammates back.
Here's the thing. You know what? This is the point right here.
No one's going to fight on the court.
Draymond Green.
Has there ever been a fight in the WNBA history?
Probably.
There's been maybe 1 or 2. I think I can remember.
There's been a lot of fights in the NBA. We didn't think there would be a malice in the palace, and now they're making sneakers about it.
Now, hold on.
Not in a long time, because the NBA put a stop to it.
Draymond Green put Gobert in a headlock. You know who took a lot of flack? Was Cat. Cat was standing right there and wasn't doing nothing. He was like, ugh. He wasn't doing a thing. He took a lot of flack like that. Because let me tell you something. Now, Cat, I don't think Cat bowed it. Okay? I don't think he bowed it. But let me tell you something. In that moment right there, I see my team getting a headlock. I got to do something. I at least got to act like it. Cat was just like he didn't do nothing. On those situations where I see those types of situations happen, you look on the court. You look to see who's doing something about it. I see Ant sailing over, he ain't doing nothing about it. I see Luka, he ain't doing nothing about it. Luka maybe start the fight, and he ain't doing nothing about it. There's a lot of situations where you see people who don't do something about it. And there are situations where, you know what, as a teammate, do you got my back or not? Like, dang, bro, like I'm getting tossed up out here.
Yes.
Like,
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Okay.
You're saying someone should have her back.
They should.
I'm not going to disagree with someone should.
Yes, that's the argument.
No, it wasn't.
Somebody
should. Because I wouldn't argue against that. The argument was
what we said.
No, it's not.
Rewind the tape.
No, it's not. I'm glad it is being filmed because that has nothing to do with
me
it.
and Andy are both saying the same thing. 2 people are saying that's
the
what we're
first thing
talking
we said
about
is like,
why in the world would I argue with someone should have her back?
The first thing I said.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
The first thing I said, none of her teammates had her back. That was what I said in the beginning.
That's literally what
word
we're talking
for word.
about.
None of her teammates had her back.
Nobody had her back.
Okay, that's a fact. What are you talking about? That's not what the
And
argument
someone should have
started
her
was.
back.
The argument started was, why would it give the team camaraderie if someone who wasn't about it had her back? That's what the argument was. You guys are saying...
No.
You're saying...
You chose a person that wasn't about it because you said that Aaliyah Boston picked her up. And I said, man, Aaliyah Boston...
I just said she helped her up.
I said, Aaliyah Boston said went up there and grabbed her by her jersey. You said, why would she do that? Maybe she ain't about that. Cool, maybe she's not.
No, I didn't say that. You said Aaliyah Boston, and I said maybe she should have. What are you talking about? We can watch the video.
No, you said maybe Aaliyah Boston isn't about that. That's what you said. And I said maybe she's not. I said, but somebody got to be. And then I'm like, that's it. One person's not. Cool. Aaliyah Boston, she may not be about it. But I got 13 other people in my... Somebody.
Captain of the team got to walk over and be like, hey, you're not going to do that anymore.
Somebody.
Like,
Yo, what's up with you?
Yeah.
You good? Like, what you doing? You good? Something.
Yes, that's not the argument.
it was the argument.
No, it was not.
We were the ones making the point. How would we not know what we were talking about?
The argument.
You literally said, if someone's not about it, you need team camaraderie, so someone's got to do it. And what I said was, if you don't, what?
I didn't say they
This
need
is-
team camaraderie. I said that is team camaraderie when somebody has your back. That's team camaraderie when somebody does. I didn't pick a person. Anybody said, cool, you not about it, you not about it, you not about it, you may be about it, you about one of them, somebody on the team, every single person can't be not about it. And every single person, like, not even the acting. What Caitlin Clark needs right now is to know, even if you acting, yo, what's up with you? You're tripping. Something. That's what she needs right now. She has
Clearly. I didn't
That's the
argue
point.
against that.
That was our point.
the point is.
No, it wasn't. It literally, the argument literally was you want someone to step up who may not actually be that person or the
I
enforcer.
want anybody to.
They don't have to be about it either.
And
They don't gotta be about it.
And again, if you're Caitlin Clark, why would someone stepping up who you know is not going to actually do something if it gets physical speaking on your behalf? That's what I said from the very
Because it at least makes you
beginning.
feel like you care about me.
So we are talking about team camaraderie then. What you just a minute ago said we're not talking about that. Did you didn't? Yes, you did.
Are you okay? I'm dead serious. I know it's hot in here.
Watch when you watch this back.
I know it's hot in here.
When you watch this back, you'll get
I know
it. You'll
it's hot in
understand.
here.
You'll understand. I'll get the text later when you watch it.
Fam, I know you hot. I know it's hot in here. But fam, are you trying to say that we weren't talking about team camaraderie?
No, that's not what I said. I just said you were talking about team. Are you all right?
Maybe I'm hot. Maybe it's the sweater. Maybe it's me.
When you see the video back later, you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Fam, here's the deal. I am on a team.
Yes, you want someone to say something. I agree. Someone should say something. That wasn't the point. The point was you guys are saying, why is the person who's not as a teammate? You said this is the scenario. You're Caitlin Clark or whatever. If someone steps up for you,
Yes.
Who
Anybody. I don't care who it is. Anybody.
That's fine.
Yes.
Who you know is not going to do something if it gets physical.
But does it matter?
What? Of course it matters, because then they're going to keep coming after you. You're Caitlin Clark. They're not going to go after that person. They're going to keep coming after you because they know that that's where the sense of the anger for the whole team is.
I think you're missing the point of.
No, I'm not missing.
Up.
I'm not missing any point.
The person coming up is to show the camaraderie of, like, you're not going to do that to my teammate,
Okay.
whether or not I'm ready to do fight or whatnot.
That's fine, but
That's the point. Now, Caitlin Clark, regardless of, like, I doubt Caitlin Clark laying on the ground going, yo, why are you stepping up to defend me?
okay, that's not what I'm saying. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying.
You just said that. Why
No,
would
that's
Caitlin
not
Clark,
what I said.
You said, why would
Listen.
Caitlin Clark want somebody to step in for who's not about that?
No, that's not what I said. I said, as if you were Caitlin Clark, why would it make you feel positive? Who cares about Caitlin Clark?
As a
Anybody.
team member, why would it make me feel positive that somebody's just stepping up for me?
Yes, as a team. Because guess what? If that person's not about it and that person decides to start something, they're going to come after you. You're the star. They're not going to go after that person. It's going to get worse for you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's irregardless. I'm not gonna sit here and start thinking about for the future. In this moment, are you gonna step up for me? I can be like, well, great. Now you stepped up and you're really not about it. I'm gonna really get it next game. That's not. Who cares? We're in the moment. I got tossed on the ground now. Can somebody please? Enough is enough. Can somebody, like, hey, yo, chill out, yo, you wilding. You wilding right now. You're doing way too much. Then help, whatever. And that in the moment, we cool. We got it right now. And let me tell you something. If any of my teammates have my back like that, maybe next game it won't be so bad. Maybe I won't get it. Like yo, the team is stepping up for it. Maybe.
I think the disconnect probably is have your back. That's probably the thing. That having your back is not saying something to somebody if you're not willing to do something about it.
That is having your back.
No, it is not.
Hold on. Okay,
Having your back is if something gets physical, you're ready to get physical.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Not in the sense of
Yes,
basketball.
it absolutely is.
No, it's not. It's not. I'm not. No, it's not. Because let me tell you something. I have every one of my employees back. All of them.
That's completely
Wrong.
different situation.
It's not. Wrong.
What are you talking about?
Because
your employees are not in a
No.
physical game that's people are getting hacked in. What are
Okay.
you talking about? Completely different.
Have my back walking up, yo, chill out, bro. What you doing, man? You wildin'. I don't gotta walk up and be like, yo, fam, what's up there, bro?
No one,
I don't gotta
no
do
one
that.
said you had to, but you don't know
I
that
got your
person's
back.
reaction.
Who cares?
What do you mean? Who cares?
Fam, if you don't stop.
What are you talking about?
I don't care about that person's reaction. I am doing my part as a teammate. They slap me, they punch me. It
I'm
is
not
what it
talking
is.
about from your perspective. I'm talking about from her perspective, the
Yes,
star.
You're saying that Caitlin Clark is going, boy, you're not really about it. I'm gonna really get it later. That's what your point is. You're saying that, like, since I'm not really about it, they're gonna be like, forget you, you're not about it. I'm gonna beat her up more.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if someone's speaking for you and you know that they're not about it, guess what's gonna happen? If that altercation happens, it's gonna be worse for you. So as the player, why are you looking at that like it creates like a greater team sense if you know that person is not serious about their like having your back? You can't, in other words, you can't be a fake tough guy on a team is not going to make me feel better as the star.
What makes me a fake tough guy? Go, yo, chill out, bro. You wildin' now. That don't make me a fake tough guy, having my players back like that. Now, if I walked up like, and we ain't doing that, we ain't doing that, that's completely different than like, yo, you wildin' now.
Okay,
Unnecessary, you wildin'.
So you
bro.
go up to that person, you say that, and then it gets physical.
Then it gets physical.
Then the refs break it up and it's
So-
over. It's
so-
done.
so
Just
that-
like all sports. It just
Yeah.
refs comes in and intervene and you get in whatever.
So if you're the star and you see your teammate go do that, and then it gets physical and they run, then what happens?
Fam, do you know how many times in NBA everybody gets face to face? Yo, bro, what you talking about, bro? Yo, bro, what you talking about, bro? What you double technicals everybody and go about their business.
Okay, so we're just talking about La La Land then. We're not talking about like
we're talking about
when a real fight could happen.
Okay, I wasn't talking about like a brawl. Okay,
It's not like if you do that, she's going to take fewer shots in the
hold
next
on.
game or in that same game. She's still going to take all the shots.
It's not about whether it's
You're
about,
saying you want it to stop, right?
no. I'm saying I want to feel like you got my back. It ain't gonna stop. It may stop. It may not stop. It may not. This isn't so like it stops. Yo, you stepped in for me. Now they won't foul me anymore. Of course not. That's not how it's gonna work. It's the fact of like every time I get tossed on the ground, y'all just standing over there like this, like this. That's literally it. I watch the games. They're like this. Oh, you know, make me help you up. And the other person's over there talking like that's the point of it.
Okay,
That's the point.
But what are you saying she should feel though? Clark.
She. Okay, let me tell you what I would feel every time I got beat up. I'm laying on the ground as I look up and I see my teammates just standing there wandering or staring at me. I feel like, yo, what's up?
Okay,
then?
cool. Then do the next scenario. Someone says something. How does your mood change?
So what do you mean? So one of my teammates step up for me?
Yeah.
I'm
I
fired
go-
up now.
I go,
I'm like,
man,
at least-
finally, man.
Yeah.
Like, yo, let's go. Let's get. Like,
Okay,
thank
then you keep getting hit that same game.
That's just basketball. Then we're talking about basketball now.
But if
No. I'm not talking about getting hit on a layup. I'm
no.
talking about getting hit the same way.
Then hey, yo, now you wildin'. Somebody gonna have to do this.
Okay,
I got a
so
team
it did,
of 14.
Okay, so it did. So you don't have an answer really for the next scenario. That's what I'm saying.
Fam, I'm thinking about here. We'll see what happens when we get to the next time. Well, if you don't do nothing, you're ready to do nothing at all because I may not be ready to do something later. No.
Wait, what?
You're looking at this situation here going like, you know what, we may as well not do nothing at all because if it happens again, am I really going to do something?
No. The way I'm looking at it is if I'm that person who's the star,
Yes.
why do I need someone who I don't believe in stepping up for me?
What?
If that person is not really about it, why do I need them stepping up?
In what ways do you are talking stepping up? Like I'm curious. Like, do you mean like walking with the dukes up, or you mean like, yo?
No,
yo, what's up,
if you do the
fam?
thing, you're saying like, yo, what's up?
Hey,
Chill
what's
out.
up? Yo,
and
what's
then,
up with you?
And then it goes further.
And then what? They punch the person that stands up, or they
In
run
theory,
around me and go get Clark.
in theory, whatever happens, a brawl breaks out. In theory.
Well, then either the person who said
So, and
yo,
then-
whatever,
and-
that's it regardless. If I step in front of them and I get beat up, it doesn't matter. I had
No,
your back.
I'm not saying you get beat up.
Even
Something happens and that person runs.
Wait,
No one's
wait,
gonna-
what? So let me look. I don't know any of these sports scenarios that like maybe you've seen, but I've never seen somebody step into a
My
situation.
ultimate point
and
is
then the person goes, "Oh, word, let's get to and run away." If we talk about on the streets, you talk about two different things. here.
no.
Like
I've seen it once.
What I'm saying is, if I'm
That
playing a
Knicks
sport,
Nuggets brawl.
If I'm playing a sport-
Melo punched. What's his name?
And then dipped.
Ran.
what I'm saying is, if I'm playing a sport and I'm getting beat up, and clearly we all agree.
Knocked on the ground.
We all
Knocked on the
agree.
ground, roughed up.
Yes, not beat up.
Okay.
Not beat up.
Making sure
hands.
we on the same page.
Whatever.
Making sure you and I on the same page.
You getting beat up physically in a game through whatever. Cheap
Yes.
shots, elbows, whatever.
Yes.
We clearly want your teammate to do something for you, a teammate.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is I want a teammate who I know is going to go further than just saying, hey, buddy, stop doing that right now.
So you only want a Draymond.
No, because Draymond is way in left field overboard.
Okay.
I want somebody
Okay.
who's like James. What's James Fighter Man? What's Fighter Man's name?
James Johnson.
Yes, there you go.
James, well, I mean,
The one
fighter
that-
man.
the-
That's as high
The one
as you
that
can go.
has 27-degree black belt Taekwondo. Him, and has fought in not UFC but something similar. James Johnson.
But he hasn't used it on anybody on the basketball court.
I understand that. I understand.
I don't
That's
give
not-
a
that's not what I'm
shite.
saying.
I'm
What
not
I'm
gonna be
saying
like,
is-
I want my black belt teammate to step up.
Can
That
I
don't
tell a
mean
story?
nothing.
No.
Can I tell
What
a
I'm
story
saying
that's
is,
relevant?
he's willing to go further than just saying, "Hey, stop, buddy." Do you understand what I'm saying?
What does that make?
Okay.
the
Let me ask you.
difference,
Let me ask you a different question then. If it's me and Simple there, and something happens, who would you rather say something to the other people, me or Simple?
Both.
I don't care who. It doesn't
Okay.
Well,
matter.
somebody
That's
does.
that ain't a real answer. Anyways. Go.
No. If I'm already in a physical fight and somebody and y'all want to jump, man, what we're talking about, it doesn't matter in that situation. If both of you on the sideline, like, hey, buddy,
Wait. You're saying it doesn't matter who responds in a situation?
I'm not gonna sit there and be like, I'm involved with this person, and I'm gonna be like, boy, I hope George steps in and not Simple. I could care less at the time. It just shows me that I'm not alone in this. That's all it shows.
So the person that you know will go to the next step doesn't matter to you.
I mean, if it boils
On the
down
basketball
to
court, no, it doesn't matter.
Hitting the basketball in the NBA, it doesn't even matter because the double text, go about your business. But it's like, yo, we ain't gonna have that. We ain't gonna be playing like that. F you, no, F you. We're talking about basketball. I ain't talking about the bar. I'm not talking about the bar.
I understand that.
If
You
I'm
act
at
like fights never happen in the leagues. What are you talking about? You just got done talking about.
Yeah, but what we talking about?
Carmelo swung and ran.
Hold on,
Like,
But what we talk about happens almost every game, almost.
3? Like, we're
Yeah.
talking about majority of what happens now versus what possibly could happen. The percentage of the actual fight is so low in the NBA, it's not even funny.
Okay.
Like, so what it is, yo, what's up with you, bro? I got your bag. We all get close together. If you, take, go about your business. Basketball rooms. That's it. No one's even getting to that point. Nobody. I'm not going to play on a team where I am the star, the reason why they're here. And you weren't even like, hey, bro, what's up with you? Chill out. Something like, I couldn't imagine if something happened to Luka and nobody walked up. Nobody. I couldn't imagine.
but
I couldn't imagine if
Luka
Tatum.
would rather have somebody he
Doesn't
knows
matter.
is about it.
doesn't
Yes, he
matter,
would.
fam.
It
I don't think
absolutely
Luka's like,
matters.
Hold on. You stay there. You pull up.
Now you just making a funny scenario.
No, because that's what you're basically saying. You're basically saying
No,
if the
I'm-
person, you're basically saying if Luka knows that he's not about it and he steps up for him, then Luka's gonna be like, yo, what you doing, bro? Hey, okay, what you do? That's what you're saying. You're saying that Luka's looking at the person.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Tim Hardaway Jr. ain't doing nothing, but Tim Hardaway Jr. gonna step up. Yo, what's up with you, bro?
What are you talking about?
But
When has that ever happened in life where you're like, oh no, you don't go? Huh?
We're talking about basketball.
you just said that I wouldn't want somebody to step up for me who's not gonna be about it.
Yes, so your preference would be a different person. No, am I wrong? What do you-
Semantics at this point. Who cares?
I don't
just
care. I
Caitlin
need
Clark
somebody to
needs
have my
someone
back.
to have her back.
I'm not gonna go like, well, thank you, Tim Hardaway Jr., but I'd rather PJ Washington do it because he's gonna be about it.
Yes, because that scenario has never happened in human history. No one's gonna be like, okay, I would rather have you. No.
Yo, you're saying I'm thinking it. You're saying I'm thinking. I'm looking like, yo, what the heck are you doing? You ain't gonna really be about it. You said that about
That
Caitlin
happens
Clark.
all the time.
How?
You
How
think
do
that doesn't happen all the time?
You think that like somebody like laying on the ground in the NBA is going like, oh my God, why is he stepping up? He ain't about it.
You literally think that's true.
I would literally have no idea. Like I would never. I've never looked at the person on the ground. And he probably wondering why he PJ Washington step up instead of.
I mean,
I've never
grew up playing competitive sports and went to high school. Like I
I've
deal with that
never-
all the time. What are you talking about?
I've never one time ever, and I've played competitive sport, done all. I've never one time ever for myself thought it. I've never known anybody else to think it. I've never ever. I've never.
I know on every single
Now.
team who I ever played for who was about it and who wasn't about
Me
it.
too.
That's
But-
what I'm saying. You just said you didn't know.
I knew who was about it, but I'm not gonna stop them from getting. Yo,
I'm
what's up
not
with
saying you stop them. I'm just asking you preference. That's it. You would
doesn't
prefer
matter.
that someone else who's about it do it.
Yeah, of course I would.
That's it. That's all I said.
Yeah, but you're making the point of like
points
no
are
one.
relevant,
the
though.
point you're saying is that no one else should do it. If
No,
they're
that's not what I'm saying. I didn't say some other guy shouldn't do it. I said, what's your preference? That's it.
What's your story, Andy?
So this happened about a year ago, last summer. You know, I play in men's leagues. You know, there's referees, there's a security guard at the court.
Yep.
So we're playing in a game. I happened to be on the bench at the time. We were playing these young cats from Scottsdale, like 18, 19, blah, blah. They had their families there. They were whooping our asses, not going to lie. But, you know, they were 18, 19. We're all in our 30s, 40s, whatever. Talking, yapping, da-da-da. I don't know if you know Tony Sneaks. He was on my team.
Well,
Getting in, you know, they were yapping at each other, blah, blah. And then he got knocked down on a play. You know, didn't call a foul, whatever.
Right.
Someone in the stand said something, and he said, "Oh, fuck you." And that was the guy that was knocked him down's sister. So they yapping.
Right.
They come over to our bench. They're in the play, and they're just like this, and dude shoves them to the ground. I was on the bench. Am I about it? If I'm in a situation, I have to be about it. I'm not running away.
right.
Instinct. First one up there.
Immediately.
I'm the smallest guy in the court.
Immediately.
Guess what? Our whole team, it was almost a brawl. Our whole team had each other's backs though. And I know those people aren't bad at it. But the fact that they were there and trying to get involved, and that's all that matters.
Immediately.
Guess
I don't
the
even care.
text message that Tony sent afterward to the group chat, hey, I just want to say thank you all for having my back.
And I'm
Like,
pretty confident he knows who gonna actually throw hands and who not. It's
Exactly.
the fact of like, yo, you was there in the moment. Well, regardless if you was about it, regardless if you was really gonna take it to the next level, I appreciate you being. That's all that is. Nobody on Indiana has been there for her.
At all.
Period. At all.
obviously.
Whether they're about it, whether they're not about it, whether they're kind of
Well,
about it,
clearly
whether or not
they're
they're
not.
acting about
they
it.
haven't defended
Clearly
her.
they're
They
not.
haven't.
They
Look,
haven't defended her in the media. They haven't defended her in anywhere.
Anywhere. I don't know. The coach hasn't said it, the GM, the owner, the
What's
nobody.
her name was just defending her? Sabrina.
And that's cute.
Yeah.
You have other women on other teams having to step up and defend her. Nobody on Indiana is saying a word at all.
And
At
I
all.
agree with what you're saying. As soon as she's a free agent, she's gone.
Out of there. Because now you go what? I look at Indiana Fever. I know nothing much about them besides that they're the Indiana women's team in Indiana. Man, what's up with y'all? You ain't even barking at the commissioner to do something. You ain't even barking in the media to do something. You're not saying nothing.
On the court?
The
Like,
discussion is Caitlin Clark. The bigger picture to me is that Caitlin Clark is the draw, period. Whether you like it or not. Period. This is your opportunity. Over 2 million people are watching this Caitlin Clark game. I got an opportunity to go out here and score 30, 20, show my defense, do what I got to do. But I'm so focused on, yo, I ain't having it. I don't care about no Caitlin Clark. Oh, I ain't having it. Your goal is her. That one girl, that one clip, that girl shot a free throw and jumped over. Couldn't wait to get back. You're not even focused in the game. Keep your head in the game. Shoot your 2 free throws to get. You're so focused on her that you don't even know what you're doing in the moment. Stupid stuff. That's the problem. The light is too bright on the league. They finally got the light on them, and they don't even know how to handle it. They're acting bad now. We're looking at them like, ew. They're not even giving us the opportunity to watch good basketball. They're acting in a way that is unbecoming of, yo, take a look at us. We can hoop. Prove it. You ain't proving it. All you knowing is now you're acting like what people
Yapping.
consider women. Catty.
Yapping.
Petty. Yapping. A bunch of, that's what you're acting like. Period. That's what it is. Anybody got anything else?
And the media can just shut the hell up.
I don't even want to see Stephen, because here's the thing. That Stephen A. and Monica McNutt situation is stupid, because here's the deal. I get it. It's a high topic in the thing, but if I'm Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp, who knows what he knows about football but not basketball, let me go ahead and hand this over to the ladies who is in this. Why are you in this debate with her about this? She wasn't wrong. You just didn't like being showed up. You look like a actual hoe in that situation. Then he gets on this podcast like, have you even heard of her? Fam, don't even do that. You look like a straight hoe, and I'm a super huge Stephen A fan. You look like a hoe. She made you look at a certain situation because your entire goal for the show is to be right, make everybody else look bad while you prove your point and whatnot. She did it to you, and you got on your podcast. Oh, hey, have you even heard of her? Because she's on First Take. She's on mine.
Yeah, but you're not surprised he did that.
I'm not surprised he did it, but it's just so irresponsible. I hate bad leadership. First Take is your show. You know what? We talking about this. Let me go ahead and hand it over to the people who've been in the WNBA and know this stuff and topic. I haven't. He hasn't.
Or just take the L. Be like, you know what? You're right.
L.
You're
It's okay
right.
to take the L. Like, he couldn't wait to get on his podcast and blast a woman like that. I'm old school.
That's
still.
his personality. I mean, you're not surprised by it.
Well, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I don't think I would have expected that to a woman. I really didn't.
A black woman too.
I don't think I could. I don't think I expected him to like. He couldn't handle it in that situation. Lost it, and then went to his own podcast where nobody could argue with him, just him by himself, and went in there and did a rundown on her. Like, that's super.
And he got
harsh.
flamed
Like,
over that too.
He should have got cooked for that. Like, cooked. And it's like, yo, fam, if you're going to act like that, you're going to bring me on your show to debate you and argue with you, and then you don't want me to actually do it? You want me to just lose to you every time, and you the big old man, you the coolest and whatnot, blah, 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 blah. I'm not coming on your show anymore. Like, you a hoe. Like, I'm sorry, period, to me. Anybody got anything else about this?
Stephen A's been a geek, though. I've been trying to tell you for decades.
Damn. Because I know how to take Stephen A for what Stephen A does.
Nah, don't do that.
Stephen A is to come on there with hot takes and different things and stuff like that. I don't look for Stephen A for my basketball knowledge.
I mean, that's what all of them are. Cowherd, him, Skip, all of them, yes.
Yeah, I look for them for my entertainment value. This is why I tell people about podcasts. You listen to us because we're going to talk crazy. And we know our stuff. And we're regular cats. Now, you go listen to Cousteau to get the history of the soul and how the number of the soul, how they molded it. You go get that from him. If Cousteau had a podcast and was on here talking like how we were just talking about this, we'd be like, what's up with him? It ain't even natural for him. Listen to us. Listen to Sajid. You want to learn about Shopify? If I got on here and talk about Shopify, I'm like, I don't know. I put it in my cart. I checked out. I don't know what I did. Go listen to Sajid. Sajid knows about that stuff. Period. That's the whole thing. I don't go to Stephen A., Colin Cowherd, and all them geeks to be like, let me see my picks for the weekend. Colin Cowherd is awful at picks. But I love his voice. I love his confidence. I love his ability to hold the show and the audience by himself. That's what I appreciate. That's it. Stephen A., entertaining, does it, moron sometimes good points, sometimes make you think, and you go on from there. That's it. Now, if I want some basketball knowledge and numbers and stuff like that, I go here. If I want like somebody who's old school, I go to Mike Wilbon, and I go to people like that.
I watched their segment on it. Pardon the interruption.
Yeah.
Perfect take of the whole thing.
Perfect.
They talked about where's the commissioner. They talked about where's their teammates. Where's why is they had the perfect, expert opinion that really actually matters.
Perfect. Old school writers from the Washington Post that I expect that from. You want to do a top 10 list so we can go home? Because it is stupid.
Yeah, I'm sweating.
I am sweating bullets. All right. Top 10 MLB, Major League Baseball logos to us, unofficial or official, and alternate logos do count for this segment. Anybody got any honorable mentions?
No.
No? You mind if I go first?
Go for it.
Mine is pretty simple, straightforward list and whatnot. So I'm going to go first. Top 10 Major League Baseball logos to us, alternate or unofficial or whatever you want to call it. Number 10, I got the Dodgers just to play in L.A., okay? I'm not going to sit there and act like the Dodgers L.A. logo. First of all, I thought the Dodgers L.A. logo, I thought that was one of the logos. It's not considered one of the logos. They consider the Dodgers in cursive with the baseball. You got your Brooklyn Dodgers. You got all them different B's and stuff like that. I thought the LA was considered the logo. Now look, I love LA. I love the Dodgers. I love the LA hat. But let's not get overboard here. It's an L and an A. All right? Cool. Number 9, I got the Astros logo. I hate the Astros with every single fiber of my body. But the 1975 to 1993 logo with the Astro Dome in the thing and the atoms going around it and the baseball is like the whatever. I like that logo. It's maybe the only logo, maybe I don't know how many years, that encompasses the stadium in it, the Astro Dome. The Astro Dome is historic, all right? They're in like Minute Maid Field now, I think, or whatever it's called, but Astro Dome. Number 8, I got the Toronto Blue Jays. Just the bird looking with the little Canadian leaf. Not the one that got that gigantic Canadian leaf, and definitely not that Blue Jay that got the arm with the Canadian tattoo. That might be one of the worst logos of all time.
As much as you hate eyeballs on mascot pictures,
no. It's not even a bird. Like, it's not a bird. And here's the thing. I don't mind the eyeballs on the logo. I don't care for a hat with eyeballs on it. Like, I'm not buying like that Bears logo. That guy
You
he
talk
on that
about
stuff.
eyeballs. Every time someone sends a picture with a animal logo, your first comment is, "Look at those eyeballs."
Now, I'm also not a fan of.
Every
I'm
time.
also not a fan of logos like birds and stuff being like people. That Toronto Blue Jays logo was like a big giant T, and the bird is like this. Fam, why he got muscles? That's a Blue Jay. He's Canadian. He ain't buff like that. But I got the Blue Jays logo just looking to the left with the little small thing. The Canadian leaf or some of the other ones is too prominent. It's bigger than the logo. Anyways, number 7, I got the Royals KC, just the regular banner with the royal crown on top. It's boring. KC, banner, coat of arms, shield, whatever you want to call it, but it has the crown on top. That's enough. That's all you need. You don't need no king and a throne. You don't need some goofy a specter. Nothing like that. KC Royals, basic to me. Number 6, I got the New York Yankees logo. I mean, come on, it's iconic. The font of it, or whatever that font is, I don't even know what it is. Like, it's just a weird shaping thing, but it just holds up over the years. You could talk about the LA logo too. It's technically just an L and an A, but they add the little things, like the little lines under the A, the little line that goes up right there on the side. They added these little things to the LA logo to make it look like, okay, it's a little bit more palatable. If it was just an L and an A, it's like, huh? The New York Yankee logo, if it was just an NY, it'd be like, okay. But it has little curves to it, has little things, specialty. The Y is made into the N a certain way. Cool, I appreciate it. Number 5, I got the Angels. Just the Angels logo with the capital A and the halo around it, okay? I did not care for. It was cool in the moment with Jen Emmons and them when they did Angels in the Outfield, that light blue with the clouds and all that stuff, fine. But just a regular capital A with the halo. Not too much, not too little. When they did the lowercase a with a halo, lame. Lowercase a, that's for your minor league team. That's for your kids' team. All right, a lowercase a for grown men, smoke it. And any of those other ones with the CA and the halo around it, I'm okay with it. The one with the state of California with the Angels in it, I'm okay with it. It ain't mad at it, but that's simple. Like me and you
That's an
talked
alt
earlier.
pouch.
Yeah, me and you talked earlier about it. Some of these logos, you can tell that like it was just like, like they just drew something. It was like good enough for us. Your old classic A with the little small halo around it, good enough for me. Capital A. Number 5, I got the Chicago White Sox. The vertical S. Oh, the font is that Old English? Like I don't know what that font is. The connection of how they put it. They could have put socks this way. The vertical logo. It's probably one of the only vertical really logos like that. The S, the O, the X just come straight down just like that. Iconic. In the streets, if you're not into baseball, one of your first hats, people, the White Sox, like it's just a really iconic logo. It's clean, it's simple, and you get the point. All right, that's what I got. Number 3, I got the Diamondback snake logo with the lowercase d and the B. Fam, come on, like that's legit smart logo stuff. Like Diamondback snake, yo. If you just, the D and the B connected with a little thing, it makes a snake head. That's fire. Stupid underrated. That's my number 3. Number 2, I got the Oakland A's elephant, the angry elephant. Not the one with the sunglasses in the sun. That was okay, but I didn't really understand that. But the angry elephant,
like the 70s, 80s one, right?
Yeah, I think I have 93. So,
or maybe it was until 93.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So just the baseball bats and the thing. And I read why they had the elephant.
Yeah.
Kind of a ridiculous story, but whatever.
I didn't know either. I read about that, and I
Yeah.
was like, that's
that's
weird. But I
the
mean,
reason
that was
why?
120 years ago.
Yeah,
so
like, okay. And then number 1, look, I respect the St. Louis Cardinals, a huge baseball city. It's one thing that they are is a baseball town. I want to go to their stadium. I want to go to, I've never been to one. I think that it, to me, it would be on my list of baseball towns and games I'd want to go to. Boston, there, Yankee, all that. And I've been to some or whatever. But it's the 1967, 97 logo with the bird wearing the hat, and he's sitting on the bat, and the hat's like this, like tipped. Like,
the newsy
I
cap?
love,
It's like a newsy cap.
It's like a newsy cap. What's his name that played Kang? He always got them newsboy, paperboy
Jonathan
hats.
Majors?
Yeah, the hat's like this, and he kind of like this chilling. I like that one. It's a classic one. The regular bird one on the back, yeah, whatever. It's fine. But that one got a little attitude to it. I'm not really a fan of birds acting like humans and stuff like that, but it is what it is. That's my list. Who wants to go next?
Humans and eyeballs. That's.
Who's going next?
I don't care.
I'll go. I got it up.
Knock it.
Number 10, I got the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, the original expansion logo with the purple, the yellow, and the Devil Ray coming across it.
I knew somebody would have it.
When they got rid of the devil part of the thing, like, that was the dumbest thing they did. The Tampa Bay Rays is just stupid. Like, it's an animal. It's a Devil Ray. It's like when they wanted to change the ASU's thing from the Sun Devils.
Yeah.
Like, come on. It's not the actual devil. It's chill out.
That's stupid.
Devil Rays and their colors were fire, and they changed everything. But
I remember I got in trouble at ASU because I had made a T-shirt that said I worship the devil, and I was just talking about the sun. And they were like, "Oh yeah, no." That's a good T-shirt though.
yeah.
You're a bad person.
It's a
huh?
good T-shirt.
Number 9, I got Cincinnati Reds.
Which one?
The actual guy.
Okay.
With the big head.
Yeah.
Like fake Mr. Met. With the red stockings on and him throwing the pitch and the big socks.
That's an
Fire.
underrated logo.
Yeah, and they
looks
should
good
have
on
that on more
hats.
stuff.
They really should.
Yeah.
The C is cool, but that C looks like the Chicago Bears C. It's the C. Like,
Yeah, and they've used that for so long.
so long.
Yeah. Number 8, I have... So for some of these, I included, like, iconic and historical. That was nasty. So number 8, I have the Dodgers logo. And it's the one with the script with the ball going behind it.
I hate that logo. I get it.
It looks good. I mean, it's classic. It's clean, simple, the good font.
I'm okay with the logo. I hate the logo. I hate that logo on hats.
Oh, I'm not thinking about hats. You got to think on
I know.
jerseys and patches on the jersey. I was thinking that's why I asked you earlier if we were talking about hat logos or jerseys and everything.
Well, because that LA is like I said, they don't consider that like really the logo.
Exactly.
But that's their hat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Number 7. So I have the Diamondbacks. I have the original A. So this one right here, but in the purple and teal. So the fact that it's also like subtly a snake with the the A coming across with the fangs or the tongue or whatever, and it's got the scales on the side. It was just perfectly well done. And honestly, this logo has been their logo ever since they started. The colors just has changed.
Do you wish they would have stayed with the purple and teal?
Of course.
Okay.
I do like the Sedona red stuff. I don't like the teal they've added now. I think they're trying to do an ode to the past, but they're not pulling it off.
It's growing on me. I don't hate it as much as I did.
If they went back to the purple and teal, like, love it. And like I said, I do like the Sedona red stuff, like what I'm wearing. I just don't like when they added the teal to it.
Yeah, like I can't think of I think when I just always thought with the Diamondbacks when they first came out, inaugural season, the purple teal and all that stuff like that. It just was like, okay, the Suns is purple orange, they're purple teal because the
Coyotes had purple too.
Yeah, the Coyotes had the
Kachina stuff,
the Art Deco looking whatever start type thing. Like I thought it like, oh, cool, as a city it flows together. But then when the Coyotes kind of switched and the D-backs switched to the red and whatnot, I was okay with it. But then the Suns just sort of stood up for a bit, and the Cardinals was a Cardinal red too. I was like, whatever. Like
the problem with the Cardinals is they should have changed the name when they got here. They had
you mean a different team
in general,
yeah.
Because like what happened is, I mean, do we have Cardinals here? I think we do, maybe a little, but anyways, it's
somewhere.
It's the same.
Not enough to where we can go like Arizona's known for Cardinals.
And you can take away that it doesn't. Who cares about the St. Louis and Chicago Cardinals and all that stuff? Like, you didn't make it your own, and then you put them at ASU Stadium, and like the fact when they should have meshed and changed the colors to like purple or teal, just all been together in the same color palettes would have been sick.
And not a part of that, I don't even know what the reason would be because I don't feel like Chicago Cardinals had enough history to where you'd be like, oh, we don't want to change history. Like the Utah Jazz coming from like Louisiana and then going to Utah, they don't have enough history to me to be like if they wanted to change the Utah Jazz to something else. It's too late now.
Yeah, it's too late now.
But now you got Utah Jazz and they're really playing in on the mountains and the sunsets of Utah, and I'm like, huh?
Well, it's like the Lakers too.
They were.
There's no lakes in LA.
I mean, you came from Minneapolis,
Silver Lake,
10,000 lakes.
Okay. Isn't that man-made?
Yeah, 10,000 lakes, and now you're in LA. But whatever.
Yeah.
So,
number 6 now. I got the San Diego Padres. The old school logo with the priest actually hitting the baseball.
I hate that.
Love the Kogos. And the fact is, like, when you think of the name San Diego Padres, do you think of it as a priest
or a padre?
Yeah.
Is that the same thing? A padre is a priest?
Yeah, it's a Spanish name.
Father.
Right? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Padre's father. Yeah. So I like that logo because it actually showed what it is. Now it's just the Padres. You think it's the Padres. It's Padres.
Yeah, and that's probably that heavy in that era thing. Like we talked about that.
Well, it's because they had all the missionaries there in San Diego and out that, so that's why they're called that. But I just then when they went away from those colors, it was just like kind of a mistake. And then they made it even worse by dropping the orange and like they have that like
they had a weird era.
I mean, luckily Tony Gwynn kind of saved that era a little bit, but.
Like a lot of those bad jersey color eras and logo eras, like there's like a star player that like you just associate with it. When I think of that era, you think of Tony Gwynn. I the colors of it doesn't matter at that point. He's such a great player, you know what I mean? But anyways,
number 5. Now, bear with me here. So Cleveland Indians. I got.
I'm not. You know what? I'm not even gonna say it because
Chief Wahoo. I'm just putting it out there. When you see that, you think of the '90s Indians. I know in today's day and age,
the way they drew some of those characters back in like the 1930s and 40s.
Oh, they're worse back in the day.
I know
I'm talking about the
'90s.
'90s.
We're
the
talking
90s
about
one.
Charlie Sheen, Indians,
Kenny
and,
Lofton, Jim Tomey,
yeah,
Manny Ramirez.
We're talking about movies.
Yeah.
It just. Look,
It's iconic from.
I'm sorry. It's a great logo.
It is.
It is. I'm not sitting there trying to defend it or nothing like that. I can care less. But man, it's iconic. It's iconic, man. It's an iconic.
The fact that
logo,
one of those
man.
'90s Indian teams didn't win is like amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be as iconic if Major League didn't exist. But yes, you're right. If the movie
definitely helped.
if the
Definitely
movie
helped.
never came out, the movie series or whatever you want to call
Maybe.
it, people wouldn't. The Indians wouldn't be a thing. Like, yeah, they had Manny Ramirez and Pedro. Well, Pedro was on the team, right? Or am I tripping? No, he was on the Red Sox against
Yeah,
them.
Albert
Sorry.
Bell and all
Kenny
those
Lofton,
cats,
Kenny Lofton, there we go.
The Malamar brothers,
Yeah.
Jim Tomey.
Oh yeah. Jim Tomey. Yep.
Yeah, that was a squad. They just ran to the Yankees in the '90s. So,
Yeah.
so number 5, and I was an Indians fan before the Diamondbacks came because my dad's from Ohio. I used to watch games in the summer with my grandpa. Those '90s team. That's why I fell in love with baseball.
Right.
That's iconic to me.
God, I love those movies.
Number 4, shout out to Rico, New York Mets, Mr. Met alternate logo. I mean, it's just iconic.
What, the baseball head guy?
Yeah, and the '90s one, not the
Oh, okay.
'70s one, because that one's a little
Yeah, that was
weird.
a little weird.
But it's their alternate logo. It's usually the side patch one,
Yeah.
but you know what it is when you see it. And he outranks the Reds one, obviously. Number 3. So I'm going with the Houston Colt 45s because that was their name. That was their name before the
Why are you
Astros.
laughing, fam?
That joint got an actual burner on
Fire!
that joint. George always liked that Colt 45 one. I hate
That is
that
fire
joint,
to me. The hats were fire with the
hat's
point fire.
with just the .45.
Yep.
That's fire.
And the S. Yeah.
And the burner. It's a Texas team. A burner. I guess I get it.
But it's their only major sports team that even had a gun in their logo. Like the Bullets never had that.
They never. I don't even know if they had actually like a bullet. I don't know what they had. Was just the bullets with the hands. They made the L's and whatnot. There was one Colt 45 logo that had 2 burners in it. I was like, yo, they was out of control. It was a wild,
Obviously, you
wild
can't
west.
get away with that nowadays, but that is fire to me. I don't care. Just the fact that their gun was in the logo.
That
And they called them
long
the
barrel
Colt
is
45.
crazy.
They didn't call them the shotguns or whatever.
I mean, I like it.
So funny story. My mom, she played basketball in middle school and stuff, and she grew up in Chicago. Her team logo and mascot was the Gunners.
Oh, really?
They were the whatever Illinois Gunners or whatever. And she gave me a shirt that I wore in middle school, and I got dress coded for it because it was just a gun right up there and it said Gunners on it.
Glocks.
Yeah. So it made me think of that. Number 2, I'm doing the New York Yankees. The circle logo with the bat up there and the ball behind it. Yankees spelled out. It's just
Uncle
too
Sam
iconic
hat?
not to fire.
With the hat on the end of the bat? Yeah. Okay.
Too fire to an iconic because they haven't changed that since the 40s or whatever. Yeah. So the fact that logo, anyone across the world knows what that is, and that matters.
And I feel that way about Yankees, any Yankees, Dodgers. I guess Boston B maybe.
But so when I used to teach camp in New York, we'd have a lot of foreign kids coming over to the camp. Everyone just asked about the Yankees. Oh, Yankees. Their favorite thing was to buy a Yankee hat in the city. I got a Yankees hat. They don't even know what it is or what baseball is, but it's the Yankees. So that holds a lot of weight. Number 1, and I'm going Oakland A's alternate with the elephant standing on the baseball.
Elephant? Well, which elephant?
Not with the sunglasses or whatever.
Are you talking about the one that I said with the bats crossing, or are you talking about
The one standing on the ball.
Oh, the ones that go to the ball. He's balancing like the circus looking one. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So that's their alternate patch they wear on
yeah.
That one's the best one to me. And the fact that they've gotten away with that for 100 years and nobody really knows what it means, and everyone just has accepted it.
Yeah, that elephant was always what? I never decided to buy looking. I was an A's. I
looked it up today and I was like,
Oakland.
This was 1904 that this happened. And it's 120 years ago, and they're still using this. That's dope to me, and it's unique.
Yep.
So
I'm mad at the list. Good list. We have none of the same. That I like that.
Well, kinda. I mean,
we had
I
same
guess,
teams,
yeah.
but with different logos.
Yeah.
George, what you got?
Let's see here. So what I did is I put links in so I can actually show it to the camera or I can send it to you.
Well, I'll have it on the screen. So.
Well, however you want to do it.
Same way I did all the 300 other episodes.
Alrighty.
Graphics on the screen. As long as you can give me a year maybe and something, okay.
It's literally a link to the image.
Well,
now
if you
I don't know
send
if
it to me, that's fine.
I don't know if it's an image you can use. Like what is it? What format does it have to be?
I'll figure that out. Don't worry about it.
Fam, answer the question.
Buddy, don't worry about it. I got the links. I got it.
Fam, answer the question.
Chill out here. I got y'all both y'all's back.
Just
Answer the question. It ain't that big
tell
a
me
deal.
the team and the year and what it looks like. That's all that matters.
I'm not gonna send you an image. I'm just literally asking you a question. What format does it have to be?
PNG.
Okay, there you go. You see?
Go ahead. Number 10?
Yes, could have just answered the question.
Yeah, but you phrased it wrong.
No.
You said it may not
Now
be
you telling me how I'm speaking.
the link may not be formatted in what I need. What format does it need? I said, don't worry about it. That's it. That's what you said.
No.
You said the link may not be. Go ahead. Number
Whatever.
10. Number 10.
Whatever. Minnesota Twins, 1976 to 86. It's the one where it has the state outline and then it says "Win Twins," and there's two guys shaking hands over the.
I hate that logo. I knew you was gonna say that.
I mean, you probably gonna hate a lot of the ones I got in here.
Fam,
You're a
them
hater.
Two cats, them two cats like this in the middle of the state, like this. Like, put them there, brother. Like y'all brothers, y'all twins. What y'all shaking hands for? Like y'all should be like arms around each shoulder. Like y'all should be.
Minneapolis, St. Paul, Twin Cities. That's why they're the twins. Not...
No, I know why they're the twins, but that logo has two men shaking hands in the middle.
Yeah, over the river.
That's cool, but why are they shaking hands? They're twins. They know each other. They're brothers. They should have their arms around each other's shoulders.
One was born in Minneapolis and one was born in St. Paul. What do you want?
It was like Civil War.
You gotta stop hating, huh? Can you go one day without hating?
Go ahead.
Let's see. Next one. Number 9. I guess it's still currently alternate logo. I didn't realize they used it that long, but I was always going to have something from Baltimore. To me, just the O's. O''S. O's. You get hat, jersey, whatever. I don't know if it's like I said earlier, I don't know how you determine official logo or hat logo or whatever, but the Baltimore, just the O's logo. O''S.
Not mad at it.
Also, there was some older Baltimore logos that were pretty nice. I'd never seen before.
There's a lot of Baltimore logos.
The bird looked pretty dope, like back in the 50s, 60s. Like now that bird is like wimpy.
Yeah,
like
that big face bird. Like, he looks like a seagull or something. That big old face.
They had some mean birds back in the day.
So this says it's the alternate from 09 to present for the O's. Number 8. The Mariners logo. Man, this stupid phone. Mariners 87 to 92, just that S. Man, I swear this phone.
Just the yellow S or the yes with the compass?
The yellow S.
Okay.
I don't know what's up with this phone, but it won't let me show it.
Ads.
All right. Let's see. Number 7. Mariners are the only team I have on here more than once. The alternate logo currently, which allows them to wear like the
sleeveless jerseys,
the sale colored uniforms. So what the logo looks like though is this right here, the Seattle Mariners, but it's like sale gold and blue.
I've never even seen that. Tim.
Yeah, I mean, I think most people probably don't even realize it exists, but that's technically currently one of their alternate logos right now. So I just like the sale colorway on jerseys.
Is that their City Connect?
No, it just says current alternate from 2015 to present.
I didn't put any Mariners on there, like even the Griffey era, the Alex Rodriguez era, only because I think the colors were more important than the actual logo. The S was cool, like for hats and stuff like that, but I just love the colors.
And to be clear, these are not actually in preference order. I just put them 1 through 10 to make it easy for myself. I know Greg's a hater, but also, why are you hating on Angels or for that matter, Braves lowercase a? This right here is one of the greatest hats of all time. That hat logo is fire.
That's for your Pop Warner, what do you call baseball kids team? Lowercase a, that's for toddlers.
This is actually for the 1971 California Angels.
I know when it was. Thank you. I know it was official. I prefer the capital A for the grown men, and the lowercase a can be for our farm league if you want. All right.
Imagine if that was created because of a typo, because someone didn't hold shift.
Yeah, they may not even have.
It's the only logo where the halo is not on the letter. That's why it's fire. The halo is.
I like it around
detached from the logo.
Yeah.
Yes, tomato.
Is that your number 7?
Yeah, I think that's what I said, or did I say 6?
No, you said you don't know why I'm hating on it. That's all you said, and then you showed it.
You've been doing a lot of hating today. 1, 2, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. That was 6, the Angels.
Cool.
Number 5, the Detroit Tigers primary logo from 1994 to 2005. It was the tiger coming through the capital, Old English D, Detroit.
I hate that logo.
Like I said, you're going to hate all of them.
Well, hold on. Before me and Greg were
balls are
talking
too
about
big.
this, can we talk about the worst logo ever created?
Yeah, that Tigers logo sucks.
There's a lot of ones that I
That's for all the
saw
dogs.
that were actual ass. Like it looked like a little kid. Like they had like a competition for some kids to draw up a logo.
They
and
had
that's
to
what they
have.
came.
They had
1901, 1902.
Look at him. That looks like when Drake, Drake do the.
This looks like a
Drake's
map
son
of
drew that.
America.
On
You
this-
didn't know if you had never seen a map before.
On this website I went to, they literally have logos going all the way back to like
Yeah,
1892
that's when I was
or
on,
whatever.
probably.
And it was like there's only 2 teams. There's like Boston, whatever the other team was, like Boston and Cincinnati. That's it.
That Detroit
I was
logo-
like, wait, didn't the Dodgers exist then?
I did like that Detroit logo. I think they had it on one of the jerseys where the tiger was coming out on
There's
the side.
2
of the
different
thing.
tiger ones, so you might be thinking of the other one. You might dislike the other one.
I don't know.
This is the one, like I said, from what 94 to 05.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that one.
Yeah, there's another one that I saw that had the tiger going through, and it wasn't. It was like more like I don't know how to explain it, but it was definitely goofier. That was 5. Number 4, partially agree with you on 1. I got the Astros on here, 1977 to 93, but I did the alternate. I don't know if you saw this one. It's blue instead of orange.
Yeah.
To me, it just looks better because the logo's already orange. So why do you want the background to be orange too? I don't know. It just the contrast looks better to me. Number 3. This might be one that you don't even remember because when I first saw it, I had to like. I was like, oh shit! I forgot that existed. 1984 to 91 alternate Phillies logo. So it has like it's like the kind of the picture of the city.
What the?
And it has the what is that? Like what the original
Philly
capital was?
Fennec? Oh, I thought that was the green guy's arms.
No,
their
it's
logo.
it's a picture of.
I ain't never seen that before.
I'm assuming the original capital.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen that before. I mean, that's kind of fire. It's okay.
Yeah, 84 to 91 Phillies alternate.
Although the P one isn't too bad either because the baseball is inside the P, makes a little thing. That's kind of cool, but
The Phillies, you want to talk about some whack logos?
Whack
the Phillies
logos.
have some whack logos.
Some of those P's were crazy.
Whack, fam.
I don't know what this. I don't know what the. It's a bird.
George
That-
Washington or something like that.
why,
like a,
why was that? Why
partridge
did
or
that
something,
bird
huh?
exist?
Weird.
Is that bird a Philly?
They used to have an elephant too.
I think they did.
That
have
was
an
the
elephant.
A's.
Yeah, but,
Philadelphia.
but it
A's,
was
yeah.
that's
Philadelphia.
part of the
Well,
story.
yeah,
but
right, but it's the same franchise as Oakland. They just moved from Phillies. This one too is whack right here. They got like George Washington on the thing, or Benjamin Franklin.
That joint
Phillies
I have
sucks.
no idea
Phillies
what.
logos are pretty bad.
They suck.
Yeah, but that one right there is fire though. This
Didn't it take them like until the 90s to
the
get the
city
Liberty
of
Bell?
fam. I'm sorry, you put that on a hat, I might cop. That's fire.
It has too much for me on a hat.
Fam, look at your side logo right. What are you talking about?
Limited edition.
All right.
Rare.
I'm surprised you didn't have this one on your list because this was literally, and you could switch it and make it like the black background too, but literally like the Gary Sheffield Marlins era. You didn't. How did you not have that on your list?
I never cared.
Alternate
Jersey's
logo
fire.
93
The
to
jersey's fire.
Jersey was fire. I just
93 to 2011 with the like Marlin coming over the F. What? Finn, that joint is fire.
I don't think it's. I thought the jerseys were fire. The logo is F. That's light. That's easy. That's light work. Marlin in the background. No.
You just don't like.
They did go backwards when they went to the Miami Marlins.
You just don't like when animals
Where
wrap
they
around
changed the
stuff,
colors
yeah.
on the that Miami logo is like
They went
so
back
tacky.
to the fish, but it looks way worse because the
Yeah.
colors are terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks
That
like
teal
he's-
is fire.
It looks like a modern.
It looks like a
a
Central
swordfish.
American soccer team logo.
Sucks.
They also had the one that was.
Are any of these in your top list?
Huh?
Are any of these in your top list, or you just looking them up?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like, are you done or?
No,
Oh, okay. I'm making sure. I'm trying to keep track.
fam, I've literally been reading them off one by one. What are you talking about?
Oh wait, so that Phillies is what number? No, sorry.
Oh my
no,
God!
not
Are
the
you
Phillies.
okay?
No, not the Phillies. The Marlins one.
Number 2.
Oh, Marlins. Okay.
Are you okay?
Phillies is number 3.
Yes.
Well, number 4.
I've been saying them the entire
Yes,
time.
you have. Okay, but I thought you were just showing us how whack some logos were. You started
No.
showing us different variations of Phillies.
I said the number before every single one.
Okay. So number 2.
Houston was
Marlins.
4. Tigers was 5.
Okay, yeah,
Those are the only ones I've shown.
Okay.
No, the Phillies ones I wasn't clicking on.
I
them.
know,
was
that's
just
why I was
zooming
like,
in on
oh,
the
shit,
page.
making sure. Okay.
Nah, man, those joints are. He brought it up that like some of the logos are so whack. Like, how did they come up with this?
Okay.
So the Marlins, if you like the black background better, that's fine. I get it. Some of the hats and some of the jerseys were different. But anyways, Marlins alternate from 93 to 2011. And then what I have marked as number one, I don't know that I necessarily consider it number one, but to me it's fire. The primary Reds logo from 1968 to 92 is the C with the red man running inside the C.
Yours was without the C, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Two different ones.
Yeah, so
They're both
Same
fine.
thing.
and they have this one too. If you like the one with the red background better, they got that one. That's the alternate.
I just the C just makes me think of Chicago Bears. I just always just
That's why I picked the one without it.
associate
'cause
yeah.
It looks better without it.
And he running the other direction. Yours ones. I think he's running.
No, there's two different Reds guys. That you might be thinking of this guy right here.
Let me see.
No, not him. He owns a pizza shop. He has a mustache.
Yes, Monopoly.
The one
man.
I'm thinking of, I think yours is running the other way. Yours in the C runs out the sea. I think I could be wrong. I think I remember one.
Nah, you talking about this one right here, right?
Oh,
It's
okay.
the same guy.
I guess it matters. Depends on the website.
He
The
just
one I
he
was
just
on,
don't,
he was
he
running
just
one
don't have
way.
the mustache like that other one you said owns a pizza
And that's
shop.
your number one?
I mean, it's not number one, but that's how I had it.
Okay.
That's how I put the list together.
Sounds good to me.
It is about 115.
I'm
degrees
going
in
home
here.
now. George, anything else? Nothing. Anything else? Nothing. Let's sneak this by.
Bye. Pow pow.